It's not showing up on the. Okay. Yep, I think we are.
Yeah, we're live, mate.
Are we? Oh, this is not coming up on mine. That's all. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I've got it on the other screen, mate.
Well, good evening and welcome to Scale Model Ninja. And tonight I have a guest. So, yeah, we're having a few teething problems because I don't normally use this. So it's not usually good. But my guest tonight is, of course, Colin from Festive 67's Workshop. Good evening, Colin.
Hello, mate. How you doing, Ross? Thanks for having me on, mate.
You're welcome. It's as you know, it's Colin got me into this. So, and you're welcome for coming on. And I thought, well, as punishment for getting me into all this rubbish, you can actually start coming.
Absolutely. Sorry it's taken me so long to get round to it, mate, but real life and all of that, buddy. But we're here.
Yep.
Marcus is saying, Ross and Colin. Hello, Marcus. How you doing, geez? So, yeah. It's all my fault, mate, that you're doing this. So, yeah. Send your complaints to Tony Fairclough, helgan35@geocities.com.
Yeah. So, what have you got on the bench this evening then, Cole?
Well, I've been filming. I've been filming the E-Model Suzuki. So I've been doing that. And I got told off for fettling with it just before the show, didn't I? Because, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Pardon me, and I got my old Gran Torino on the bench because I started this on the Monday shows that I did with Mike, and I'm just not got round to finishing it. A lot of the kits I put away because of going in and having the op done. So I thought, well, if they're in the stash room, they're safe, and I kind of forgot about it. And it was only when I was going through there digging out one of the bike kits to build, I came across it and thought, yeah, I'll get round to finishing it now. So I am just buffing it up or scuffing it down ready or keying it even for its primer coat. So I want it to go from that to matte. So, yeah, that's all I'm doing tonight. This is what I normally do on nights off, folks. I am that boring. I sit and buff bodywork ready for priming.
No, nothing wrong with that.
So, yeah.
Nice one. So you've got a long lost build on your bench to have some fun with.
Absolutely, mate.
Absolutely. So shall we have a quick look at chat?
Yeah.
See where he's in. So we've got, first of all, we've got Panzer Cat in.
Absolutely.
Or otherwise known as Panzer Pussy, as I call him. He goes, hi, Ross, and special guest. See, you can be special, Colin.
Well, I know I'm special, but not in the way that, yeah. Absolutely.
So, let's go right to the top of this one. There we go. Oh, God. There's quite a few comments in this, really. Okay, then we've got Sarah Jane saying, hi, Panzer, big hugs.
Oh, bless her.
Then we've got Sarah Jane saying, hugs back to from Panzer. Then we've got Panzer saying, I see you're having a SJ special.
Oh, is she? Oh.
Then we've got Sarah Jane saying, sent you an update, Panzer. So they're obviously having a good chat between them. And then, oh, yes, it's very nice. And then she's all, Panzer going, you've not eaten it already. And obviously she has. She's saying she was peckish.
Good girl.
Then he goes, I know for you, it's just a starter. So, And Panzer's going, this I can understand. I had a red panda steak with mash and peas earlier.
The red pandas are out.
Yep, they seem to be creeping everywhere. And you got, very nice, making me hungry from Sarah Jane. And then you got Marcus Brunning. So good evening, Marcus, and welcome to the show.
Hello, Marcus. How you doing, mate?
And you got Marcus saying, and good evening to all in chat. And you got Sarah Jane saying hi to Marcus. Panzer saying hi to Marcus. Hope you're leaving the lamps alone. Yes, we know it's got the lamps alumnus with a Marcus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, mate. Right hook better than Tyson's, that was, mate.
Yeah, he's not going to live that one down for quite some time, I don't think.
He isn't, mate. You want to see the dent in his light.
Yeah. Have you noticed they've been moved further away from him while he's been working now?
The thing was, Ross, is it was as he walked a lot off to the walking away music, and it was stupid bloody carpet monster.
Yeah. Should have fed him first.
That was funny.
And you got Sarah Jane saying it was a special day and I had to have a special tea to end the day. Fair enough.
Happy days, yeah.
Yeah, it's Panzer because that was his birthday today, isn't it?
Yeah, we got the birthday boy in. It's the Rupert's
Yep.
birthday, wasn't it, the day?
Aye. And he even got Roran to sing him happy birthday. Well, if that's what it can be asked as.
Bless him.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we've got Sarah Jane saying Marcus has been good. He's seen the light.
Yeah.
And he's also going, haven't even touched the light switch, sitting here in the dark. And Panzer's going, Marcus, I don't believe you. Then Sarah Jane's going, that's good to hear. I needed the SJ special. Fair enough. And then we've got a jelly and blancmange. I think that's supposed to say Panzer. I need something light.
Absolutely.
And then we've got Cora Pinkin saying, hello, everyone. Good evening, Cora.
Hello
Mrs.
there.
M.
Hello, Mrs. M. How are you?
Sarah Jane saying hi to Cora. Marcus saying hi to Cora. Panzer saying hi to Cora. And then got Panzer saying, no, I don't have any blancmange or jelly, but I do have Joe nuts and chocolate hobnobs. Oh,
You can go off some people, can't you? Hey, really? It's a bit,
well,
like
yeah.
bit like these people that do a big roast dinner and then hang out, isn't it?
Who does that? I just think that's rather rude, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate, couldn't believe it. Lower than a snake's Hampton, that was, mate.
I know, it's all Panzer's fault. So, and you got Sarah Jane saying, oh, I have chalky hobnobs and dark chalky digestives. Ooh.
Oh.
And then Panzer's going, dark chalky digestives don't last in my house, alas. Ooh. And then there's yourself saying, using finger words, saying, hi, folks.
Absolutely. Proper finger words, wasn't it?
Yep. And then you've got Cora Pink saying hi to Colin. And then you got Smurfing. So, evening, Smurf.
Hello, mate.
Welcome to the show. And then we've got Sarah Jane, nor me. They were in hiding, but I hunted them down, found some bourbons while I was at it. She's obviously been on a biscuit hunt today.
Absolutely.
And then you got everybody sort of saying hi to you and Smurf.
Hello, everyone.
And then Smurf saying hello again, Panzer Cat lol. And then we've got you using finger words again, saying hi to Sarah Jane. Cheers for the heads up on them decals.
Yeah, Sarah Jane made me buy stuff. She did a fox on me, mate. No.
So basically what I did to, well, I've done it to Kevin and to Marcus again.
Oh, yeah, Marcus has been out busking for the last 3 days. He's that skint.
Yeah,
No,
I sent him on to
Sarah Jane
a Lego
gave me
thing.
the heads up. Sorry, mate. Sarah Jane gave me the heads up on a set of decals for the Panigale, and it was like, oh, I'm having them. And I got the last set, Sarah Jane, that they had in stock. I've just got to get the bike to put them on now. But no,
yeah, so
massive.
it's like poor Marcus. I think every time I send him somewhere, he ends up buying stuff.
Yeah, but that's the fun of it, Ross, isn't it? I mean, look at
Well,
Paul
it is,
Zitter,
yeah.
bless him. I had him go out and buy an Elegoo Saturn, a wash and cure station, and a laptop. He's like, dude, I'm going to have to be selling myself next week.
It's good when you do it, though, isn't it? Really.
Absolutely. But he's printed a nice Robocop print, and he is ecstatic, mate. So,
well, that's the main thing. As long as that. There we go. A bit more light in the place. But yeah, it's I think first of all, I started off sending him like to a place where he could get some paints for his what he wanted.
yeah.
And then it was to a auction site they end up spending lots of money on, and then a couple of other places, and then there's this brick place that I've sent him to. So that's 5 times I've got him now.
Bless.
You'd have thought he'd learned by now, wouldn't you?
Yeah. He's asking, are we keeping score? Yes, we are. And Sarah Jane says, I'm a git. Last time I'm helping you, smile. No problem, Sarah Jane, bless you. And I haven't even mentioned large cars.
Well, no. That's you might get into trouble for that one.
Yeah, I'm feeling
then we're all going on about biscuits and saying hi to each other. We've got Crazy Kit Builder in as well. So I got cookies. Good evening, Crazy Kit Builder. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, Crazy Kit Builder. How you doing, mate?
Yep, they're all on about cookies, and then Marcus is saying hi to Crazy, Colin, and Sarah Jane. And yeah, it's still going on about cookies.
Oh yeah, the Cookie Monster. Dum, dum, dum.
Yep, and then Sarah Jane just put hi, Ninja. Get settled. We're waiting for Ross yet again. You don't wait for me, never.
Yeah, we were cackling, mate, weren't we?
Just a little bit.
Basically, Ross was showing me his B-52 and everything he's been up to today, and we got distracted, didn't we?
Yeah, and then we suddenly realised what the time was.
Yeah, so apologies.
That's all Panzer's fault anyway, because it's his birthday today, so we're still blaming him.
I can't blame Panzer because he's got reinstated into his job now as Sarah Jane's right-hand man, so he's wheedled his way back in her good books after mocking her for a few weeks. So I'm edging me bets at the moment.
Yeah. And then they've now changed over the conversation from cookies to cheesecakes.
Oh, nice.
Then we've got John Akowski in from America.
John, how you doing,
good
John?
evening, John.
Pleased to meet you, my friend.
Yeah, it'll be afternoon over there, I think.
Yeah.
About now. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, it's about 4 o'clock, I think, something like that over there.
Happy days.
You got Marcus saying hi to me and Colin. And Sarah Jane's going, knew it was Colin. And we've also got John Paul in.
Hello.
Good evening, John Paul.
Hello,
good
John.
afternoon.
How you doing, mate? Congrats on the monetisation, mate. Well done, mate. Well
done, mate.
Happy days, mate.
Then we've got Marcus saying hi to John, and you've got Cora saying hi to John, and then Sarah Jane's also saying hi, and everybody's basically saying hi to John and Marcus and that lot. And then Marcus is saying congratulations to John. Colin, special and mysterious. Yeah. And then you got Crazy Kit Builder saying, I'm watching you on the new telly.
Oh, what you got? What you got? What you got? Tell us.
Yeah, what type of telly is it? And then we've got Scale Model Musing. Good
Hello,
evening,
Muse. Hello, my darling.
She's saying, so there you are. Yep, I'm here. We just wondered what had happened because I don't normally use this sort of stream system. I normally use OBS, which is a lot simpler to use. Then we've got Kevin Stevens in saying, hi guys, and all in chat. P.S.
Hello,
Ross, I hope your cake isn't returned as Jackie just finished off 1 hour one. Yes, Jackie was sending me a banana cake, but the post office's great wisdom, they sent it back to her.
Yeah, it hasn't gone back to her again, has it?
Well, I hope not. I'm looking forward to that. Then we've got Cora Pink saying hi to Muse. Everybody's sort of saying hi to Muse. And then Scale Model Muse is giving out virtual hugs.
Good girl. Hello, Muse.
Basically, everybody's saying hi to Muse and Kevin and Jacqueline. Jacqueline Crochet Art's in as well, saying evening, everyone. So good evening, Jacqueline. God, blimey, my chat seems to be going on forever.
It is. You've still got a chat up on there from myself on screen, mate.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll just do that one. Yeah. I thought you might appreciate that one.
Oh, bless her. She loves me, really. I hope.
Yeah, and then we've got Marcus Bruns saying Ross is pretty good at helping you buy stuff.
Yes.
I do my best. But I also got Kevin as well.
Oh, really? You've had Kevin?
Yep.
See, I got AD the other night onto the Scale Model Shop, Ross, and he's about
I heard about that.
About £250 in his basket at the moment. It's like my work here is done.
Ooh. So yeah, it's I think we're doing quite well getting everybody else to spend money.
Absolutely.
Then we've got Muse saying laugh out loud, and are you guys keeping score? So
yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's
where
good fun.
Marcus is concerned, yes, we always keep score.
Yeah. You got you using your finger words again.
I know. Naughty, and I.
Yep.
Eep.
Got David from Sprue and Glue in saying hi, Ross, Colin, and Shane. So
hello, David. Big huggages, mate.
Yep. Panzer's going Ross. Sarah Jane likes cookies. Good. She can always go buy some.
Subtle hint there, wasn't it?
Yeah, so she can always go buy some.
Oh,
Then you got Muse saying hi to David, and then everybody's saying hi to David. And you got Panzer going. Colin, I will have you know I am now Deputy Panzer.
does that mean you're officially a Rupert then, Panzer?
Mm. Then we got David saying hi to a few people, and everybody saying hi to David. You got Muse saying it's odd being home, not usually in chat on a Saturday. No, you're not actually.
Yeah, good to see
good
you
to see
in,
you.
Marcy. Always nice to see you in, love.
And you got Marcus Brun saying good to have you here, Muse, and then I hope you're all well from David. And then you got Jackie saying no, not yet, cake.
No.
Okay. Then we got Sprue saying hi to Jackie and Kevin, and Jackie saying hi to David from both of us. So that's finally chat caught up, I think.
Oh, mate, what are we going to do now then, mate?
I suppose we ought to try and do something, haven't we?
Yeah.
I suppose I ought to let you
suppose
what's on
so.
my bench really now, haven't I?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I kind of want to know what you're doing, mate.
Okay, then. I'll just switch over to my bench cam.
He's good, isn't he? It's so nice being a guest. It really is, because I really don't have to do a lot. It's brilliant.
Yeah, so I've got basically a box of bits.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What bits have you got in that box, mate?
It is a Monogram 148 Helldiver.
Colton Bennett. That's an old one.
And this kit is from the bygone age, from the ancient area of 1966.
Nothing wrong with being born in the 60s.
Well, no, but it's old.
Not that old. Not that old, mister.
We'll put that down to an ecumenical matter, won't we?
It was a year before Fester was born. Yeah, I know. Should have heard him before we come on here. Oh, this is years old. It's a fossil. Let's hold up a minute.
And then I just replied, it's an ecumenical matter.
Yeah.
Which again got the usual reply from you going, oi.
Yeah.
So, let's see if I've actually got everything here.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
Is it one of those bargain things you got on the flea bay? Is it, Ross? Or
it was actually, I won this off of Veteranous Auction.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it does look like one little piece is missing.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you able to mould it?
Yeah, I'll be able to make scratch build. It's the basically the radio antenna.
Oh, right. Yeah. What I would say, hopefully
it's
she's not
one of these
bits
bits here, that bit there.
Hopefully she's not within earshot, but if your wife has got a yard broom, mate, you might want to go out for a pair of scissors and cut some of the bristles off. They make great tank aerials, mate, allegedly.
Aye. But yeah, I think that's the only bit that's actually missing.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty much chuffed about if that's the case.
That ain't bad for a kit that is only, only young.
Yeah.
I can see what you're doing.
Yeah, so I think that's about the only bit that is actually missing. So yeah, I can scratch build one of them.
That is not bad.
Let's see. Where's my bits of stick?
Yeah, that's not bad, for a kit that age, mate.
No, it isn't. I was quite surprised. So now let's have a look. Where's that piece? There it is. So that's going to be the slot there. So if I square that down.
Kevin says the years that Jackie became a fossil. Oh, I can just imagine the scowl you're getting there, mate. Muse is saying blueberry pancakes and scrambled here. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Sprue and Glue, you're a git. He says he's just had a chocolate eclair. Nom, nom, nom. You could really go off people, can't you?
Supposedly, yeah. Especially, Panzer was obviously enjoying his Joe Nut, so
yeah,
he was a happy bunny.
Cora's saying, yeah, we do have a broom, but he'll have to fight the bindweed for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you notice some of the bristles, clumps are getting a little bit thin, don't blame me. Mm.
Okay, so that's getting thin enough now.
Happy days.
It's not like scratch building live on air, is it?
Oh, mate, yeah. It's all right when it goes well. It's when
Yeah.
you scratch build something and it looks like complete tosh. I'm trying to keep me language toned because it's not my string. So yeah, when it's going a bit Pete Tong, yeah.
Well, I think that slots in there nicely. Trim it
Happy
down to
days.
size. Let's see. I'm going to be about a centimetre over height at front canopy. So
What I was gonna say to you. You done your patron yet? You done your patron?
I haven't yet.
Have you done your patron yet, Ross?
I haven't yet.
Done your patron yet, Ross?
I will do it.
this is this is what he has to put up with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know my reasons behind it are sincere, mate.
Yeah, I know, mate. It's but it's my Britishness coming out, I suppose, when it comes
absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, we've all been there, mate, with it. But
if we go to about
don't forget, if you'd like to help support Ross with what he's doing, he does have a buy me a coffee, don't you, mate?
I do indeed, but sadly the link won't show up on this screens.
Yeah. I think it's buymeacoffee.com/scale model ninja.
I think it is. I'm sure Mrs. M can put the link of it, whatever it is, up in it.
Just helps him out, helps support him what he's doing, etc., etc., etc. See, I told you I'm good at pimping other people, Ross.
But not when it comes to yourself, yeah.
No. Yeah, but again, that gets back to what you said earlier, didn't it, with the Britishness?
Yeah.
So what have folks got on their benches in the chat then? Any interesting builds that you're doing whilst you're watching us too?
I think, yeah. No, I think that looks about right. That's me little bit that I made.
Oh, mate, there you go. See, scratch building. So you learn stuff on this stream. It's not like my crummy streams where you learn nothing. This man here teaches you stuff.
Hey, it actually looks about right.
Sarah Jane says Collins issued a first warning from Panzer and me for selective reading. Well, I didn't want to take over the show, Sarah Jane, so I thought I'll do a couple whilst he was gluing some bits on. I don't know, and I got a warning.
Oh, I
tough crowd.
Not nice, is it? Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you can read as many pieces of chat out as you want, Colin. I know you enjoy it.
Well, she's saying further up, she don't care what the hosts are doing. I'm having ice cream, so you know it's like,
yeah. Well,
you dish them warnings out, Sarah Jane, because that full GT40 is getting further and further away now. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
There, bless her.
Bless her in her little cotton socks.
Don't ever change, Sarah Jane.
Yeah, I think I'm quite chuffed with that.
Absolutely, mate.
It looks about right to me. What do you think?
Yeah, looks fine and dandy, mate. Good bit of scratch building there. You'd never know. Once that's had a prime.
Yeah, bit of toothpick.
This is the thing, though, isn't it? Sprue and Glue says I did have the Massey Ferguson, but I finished it today and he's got now on his bench at the moment. Well, you can always put it back on the bench and do a bit more fettling and weathering. Yeah.
Aye.
Marcus says he finally got the Heinkel HE 111 primed. Humidity was an issue earlier. Yeah, that's the thing, Marcus. You can, like you say, if it's a bit humid, mate. Yeah. She said you missed only Panzer and my message is very biased. I got a second warning for the GT40. No, that's why I
Ooh.
got my warning. See, yeah, I wasn't paying her enough attention. And Panzer, well, he's just,
Oh,
he may be the birthday boy, but if he's,
well, yeah.
yeah,
Methinks we need to get the little violins out, don't you?
yeah. Let's get the 72nd scale violins out.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Sprue and Glue says 7 likes. Let's go. Sarah Jane likes most of, if not all, food. Yeah, so read one of her chats out there, mate.
Ooh.
Panzer's got ice cream with blancmange and jelly. Yeah, I think we read that one back.
Cora's just gone, having trouble logging in to buy me a coffee to get the link. Sorry. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I'll have a looky, Luke, see if I can find it on my system for you, mate. I'm sure I got it somewhere. Didn't you not have it in your description when you put a stream up, mate?
It may be. I don't know. It's it's not coming up on mine, so maybe not.
Yeah. I see. Educating Ross.
Aye. Not hard. Yeah, there's one thing about this little Helldiver. It's it has a slight warpage problem.
Oh right, yeah.
Just a little one. Which I'll show you. As you can see.
Oh, that's a really good fit, isn't it?
Yeah. So hopefully I should be able to sort it out though. I'll get I'll nick the Mrs. Hairdryer again.
Yeah. Hopefully it works out for you.
Well, it seems to hold together when I link it, so
let's have a looky loo just to see whether I can find you. I'm sure I've got you in here somewhere. I'm sure I have. Because
I think you did
bought your coffees before. So
yeah. Even though it does say buy me a beer at the end of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you
just
are.
Just add a bit of fun to it.
Right, I'm going to am I all right to put a link in, mate?
Yeah, can do, mate. Have fun with it.
There you go. I'll put the link in. That's Ross's Buy Me a Coffee. And in answer to Marcus's question, yes, he soon will have his Patreon launched.
Yes, I will get it sorted out something very soon. Oh, I've got Dorkosaurus is in.
Hello, mate. How you doing? Yep, there you go.
Yep, he is. We've missed him. Oh dear. Sorry about that, Dorcas. He's saying, hi Ross, Colin, Cora Pink, and everyone in Chatland. Can't stay long. Been prepping dinner. Steak with potatoes, carrots, bell peppers, and onion.
Oh, nice. Nice ingredients list there, mate.
Ooh, yep.
Yeah, can you take him off our Christmas card list though now? Because he's seriously made us both hungry now, isn't
he? Just get a little bit. I might have to do another roast dinner.
It was nice being on, Ross. Catch you later, mate.
It's like I came in the hangout the other night, and I sat there and I had a whole 4 sausage toad and a whole to myself with roast potatoes.
Yeah, so wrong, and he mocked me mercilessly to the point he actually took pictures of it and put it in the chat group.
I might have done that.
Yeah, you can go off some people, but that's all right. I wasn't bitter.
I think the best one was when we did the roast pork. That was very nice.
Yeah.
Nom nom nom.
Pardon me.
It's a big pork joint, and then you basically put a honey and gravy glaze over top of it.
Oh, nice.
We used golden syrup on the actual pork.
Oh, nice. Oh.
And then with the juices that came out from the meat, we put that into the gravy.
Yeah.
Nom noms.
Serious nomage was had, was it, mate?
Oh, just a little bit. It went down very, very well and very, very quickly.
See what I mean? You can go off some people.
Oh,
Sprue and Glue says, Ross, he says, I've just found and ordered some replacement speakers for his laptop. £5 free P&P.
that's got good. Not bad, mate. I will be getting some for my desk at some point, but they're going to cost me 20 quid.
Yeah.
He was going on about with David struggling to sort of like hear over everything like that. So I said, well, get yourself a decent set of speakers.
Yeah.
It makes life a little bit easier. His speakers on his laptops has gone a bit kafooey.
Yeah. It's
because when I was last on with him, I said, like, get yourself a little set of speakers. They're not that dear, to be honest with you.
No.
You can get a cheap enough set nowadays. The ones I'm getting, they've got like little flashy colours and everything to them. So
I'll cut you with your flashy
Yeah.
colours.
So they sort of match in with the laptop that I'm using, which
Yeah.
happens to be Cora Pinks at the moment. Okay, so that's that basically sorted. And my toothpick aerial's fine.
Oh, no. Good scratch build, that, mate. I'm mightily impressed.
Hey,
You're gonna-
job, I'm quite happy.
Are you going to video a how-to guide on that?
What, just scratching a toothpick?
Yeah. You know you want to.
Oh dear.
Bless you. I just want to do Starsky and Nuts car noises, but I can't. Can't do them until the bodywork is on the car.
Well, yeah. So that's what you're going to do it as then, yeah? In homage to your little Ilman Imp.
Yes, the infamous Ilman Imp. Yeah. This is the Torino from the series. It's got the decals and everything in there, but yeah,
Nice.
But I want to 2K it and give it the beans. So shiny car time.
Shiny.
Yeah, it's one of them, innit? I've got to, what's his name? I've got to broach it at some point, haven't I? So it's one of those. I've got so many car kits in the stash that I want to do. So it's a shame, you know. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's me and civilian stuff don't generally go along.
oh right,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
I mean, the only sort of civilian stuff I've actually ever done was the London bus. And
Yeah.
I think there was one other build that I did. Can't remember now. I think it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're only two. But I do have the Revell 112 or 124 camper van.
Oh right, yeah.
So I have got one of them. So
I've got the 1/16 scale Volkswagen Samba bus.
that's
And
the one I've got.
I want to do it as. Do you remember Janis Joplin?
Oh, yeah.
Famous musician who sadly died at a very young age. I want to do it as an homage to that era, you know, the old hippie scheme down the side with a Janis Joplin mural and stuff like that, you know, just as an homage to that era, because it was all peace and love and all of that lot back then. And
Yeah.
most people that had them, most people that had them buses painted them with the old flower power scheme, didn't they? So I thought I would do something. I'm just getting the kit out for David so that he can see what kit it is.
Yeah.
Because he's asking me in the chat, bless him. So there you go, David. It is the Revell 76 Ford Torino. There you go. Is what I'm building, mate. Yeah.
No.
And I like how they got round the licensing by having Starsky and Hutch with their backs towards the thing. Popularized in a famous crime drama in the 70s. It's like, yeah, good way of getting round paying the license.
Yeah. Sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
That's the prop shaft.
So, yeah, David, that's what it is, mate. And it's, I'm going to coat it in lacquer and then give it a 2K finish. And, yeah. Marcus Brun says Janis Joplin, awesome musician. Yeah, me and Bobby McGee, mate. But yeah, I just thought it'd be a nice little hippie bus, and I might, Marcus, might be tempted to put a soundboard in there with a couple of Janis tracks on it, mate. So
Oh, that'd be good.
if you want a particular Janis track, Marcus, to be on the soundboard, PM me, mate, and I'll add it to the soundboard at your request, mate. I might even do a DJ going, now this request is for young Marcus Brun.
The Lamp Slayer.
Sarah Jane says the bonnet needs to be shiny enough to slide over on your backside. Happy days, I'll do that. I'll tell you what I'll do. If when I clear coat it, do you want me to send this down to you? And if you whop it on the arm of the chair and scoot across it, can you let me know? Bless you. Yeah, it's one of those. I've got to broach the shiny car at some point, and I admire. I mean, you notice this when I do my gallery on the brunch. I admire anyone that does super shiny because it is. Or
That's nice in itself, yeah.
Yeah, they make it look so easy, but yeah.
And there's the likes of you and me that are sort of like, okay.
I've avoided it and stuck to acrylics and that, but when you see the results that they're getting with proper automotive paints and clears and all of that, excuse me, you can't help but admire it, and translating it down onto a scale model, to me, I overcomplicated it in my mind, and it's pretty much just doing the same thing as you would on a car or a bike in real life. So
I'm sorry, but you should have a greater knowledge of that one because you used to work in the garage, didn't you?
Oh yes, yeah, I used to have my own workshop, mate.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm using the Pro Range clear coats, because that's what I used to use on the bikes. When you look at some of the proprietary stuff where you're only getting 40 or 50 mil in a little bottle for the same price as I'm getting a litre. Yeah, what you're going to buy. Yeah, so yeah.
Sort of like like a no holds barred sort of thing on that one, isn't it, really?
Absolutely. And this has been such an iconic car that we all remember, or those of us old enough to remember the TV show.
Yep. I do indeed.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm glad they bought a kit out of it, and hopefully I can do it justice. We'll see.
All right. And
I thought, well, I've done the Ninja. Coincidentally, the bike is the same name as this channel, folks. Yeah. So I've done that. Where is it? It's just there. I've done that the other day. Didn't I finish that one?
Mm-hmm.
Randy DePunier's Kawasaki Ninja. So, I mean, that's got a nice shine to it. Subtle. So I thought, well, that's 2K'd. Let's do the car. So
yeah.
Why not?
All right. Okay.
Sarah Jane says, sounds good, Colin. I'll try most things. And Sarah Jane says, I finished a car. Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Have you emailed me any pictures, Sarah Jane? Because I'll add them to your gallery for tomorrow's brunch, darling. Marcus says, that sounds bloody amazing. What, the Janis Joplin, mate? Yeah, if you've got a particular favourite that you want on there, mate, I'll do a soundboard for you, mate. I'll whop it in the bus. And then when I do the reveal one there, you'll get a shout out, I can only play a little bit of the music on the video because I'll get done for copyright, but yeah.
Yeah, I had to try and explain that one to Roran this morning. He started whistling tunes.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah. See, you sort of like politely sitting there going like, no, you can't do that, right, Roran? You can't do that.
Well, yeah, I had it when my alarm went off on one of the frolics. And it was Metallica.
Yeah.
Track called Whiskey in the Jar, and it played it. And I got a thing on YouTube, all copyright, because obviously the alarm was going in my drawer and I didn't hear it. And I messaged them, because it says, "All request a review," and I done a little comment thing of, yeah, it's an alarm on me phone, not intended, and they let it slide. It's like, yeah, no
Good.
worries. It's not deliberate. We understand. Just be mindful that these things happen. Yeah, no worries. Panzer says he's added them to the brunch gallery. Cheers, mate. Excellent. Thank you. Very glad.
Yep, well, I've got to get some pictures up of Draven's first ever Warhammer painting job.
Oh, good man.
Yeah, so he had fun during the week while I was taking Roran to work with me.
Yeah,
and he's painted 2 little figures.
Oh, good man.
So
how's he
that's one of
finding
them.
it?
That's one of them that he's painted.
Oh, sorry, mate.
It's like a Urban Berlin cabo, I think he's done on it.
Oh, nice. Get in there.
So
And
he's
the
had some
key
fun,
is,
and that's
did he have fun?
he had great fun. So he's got a little
There you
dude there as well. So he's done that one.
Oh, good for him. Good
And
for him.
there should be a couple of little videos that the missus has got as well. She's going to edit, and you can see these. It's almost like that tongue out at the side of his mouth, where he's like looking down and trying to get the paintbrush right into the.
He's been watching you then, has he?
Basically, yeah.
Thanks to everyone for the thumbs ups, by the way. You got 11 on there, Ross, which is nice. So thank you for each and every one of you that's done that for him. It really helps him out.
Yep, much appreciated.
Helps his video climb up the algorithms and all of that.
Yep. We've got Sarah Jane saying, "You sure, Colin? I've not heard of the Kawasaki Ross."
Well, it's unusual. I actually got the name right, didn't I? I think.
Then obviously Sprue and Glue is sort of like sailing close to the wind here by saying, "Sarah, was it a GT39?"
Oh, I think he should be issued a fine for that, Sarah Jane. Didn't you? What do you think?
And Sarah Jane's gone very close, Dave.
Oh, yeah. She's
Dave's
hovering. That must mean that her finger was hovering over the warning button.
Must be the button of doom, as I say.
The button of shame.
There's one thing I like about these older kits, is the stuff that you can actually get on them, like they've taken away from modern kits today. It's like with this one, you get the linkage to actually turn the wings up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it actually comes already sort of like built into the kit, where you'd normally have to build a load of parts to make it work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now with this one, you don't have to do that. It's already part of the kit.
I can remember one of my Tornadoes I had years ago as a kid. Oh, no, it was a Grumman Tomcat. It had on the leading edges, just before the wings, it had these little pieces that poked out, and you just gave them a squeeze and the wings would fly open and close. It was.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. It's all there. Like that already.
Look at that.
I mean, why can't they do like that in modern day kits?
See, what you should have done is you should have said, yeah, I've scratch built some hinges, because you would have made yourself look really suave, windswept and talented.
And then when this is actually put together fully,
just
see if I can dry fit this one. I think that's this way. No, wrong one. It's the other one. That one. Right. I think it's that anyway. That way. It must be that way. Because the good thing about this one is actually the undercarriage works on it as well.
All right.
That goes up and down.
I mean, like you say, people knock the old monogram kits, but to be honest with, be honest with you, some of them weren't really that bad, were they?
No, I mean,
I did the Boot Hill Express a few years back, and I loved that kit.
Yeah, it's like when you do. I mean, some of the things you get back then to what you get now.
Yeah,
it's amazing that they just haven't got that on the kits nowadays.
Yeah. I'm laughing at Sprue and Glue. He's got his dummy out here. So he says, and I'm only reading this out, Sarah Jane, so I'll miss out the last 2 digits. In that case, then he says, one warning deserves a reason for said warning. So GT, and he said the correct number. I think that deserves an additional warning for being
he was making sure of it, yeah.
flippant and sarcastic towards Sarah Jane. What do you think, folks?
Answers on a postcard.
And would someone like to rescue David from under the bus?
Yeah. So there we go. It's like the working undercarriage is all on it as well.
Oh, look at that.
Just-
Oh, if you drop it down just a tad, people will be able to see it in the middle of the screen. You're a little high, mate.
There we go.
There you go.
So the actual
Look at that.
undercarriage just drops up like that. There we go. So yeah, fine. It's one thing. Like the reason why I like doing these older kits because you get
Yeah.
things like this in them.
You're not doing the undercarriage noises then, no? Bzzzt, bzzzt, that sort of thing.
So I'll just let you do them for me.
Yeah, okay then. Go on then. Give it a move. Give it a move.
There
Bzzzt,
you
bzzzt. There you go.
go. No.
I'm happy
So yeah,
now.
it's yeah. So yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting little build, really.
Mm.
It's been sat on me, well, in the stash for a good year, 2 years.
This is the thing, innit? I mean, I had this the other week. I blame Dave for this. We was trying to decide what we was going to do for our next buddy build. This was before we chose the digger.
Yeah,
And he said, well, why don't you just empty your stash room out whilst the missus is at work and have yourself a look at what you got and make a choice? So me, like a pillock, did that, and it was all over the front room floor was his stash. And it was then that I did that shame on me type expression of, oh my God, look at this lot. But it was interesting. Some of the builds that I'd forgotten or kits that I'd forgotten, I had in the stash, you know, and it was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm glad I spotted that. So, yeah.
and it's so easily done, though, isn't it?
This is why I've got it all on Scalemates now, Ross, because I can go on, click on it, and see what I've actually got in my stash. I'd thoroughly
Yeah,
recommend it to you.
Yeah, I think I might have to do something like that because
Well, if you ever
I've got-
bought a duplicate kit, because I know I have, you convince yourself you haven't got it, you buy it, and you go to put it away, and on 2 shelves down below it is exactly the same kit. You're like, ah.
yeah, it's with me, it's like when it comes to doing like the Harriers, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's one of those kits that I will buy duplicates of, and I'll just do them in different liveries and
Absolutely.
like that sort of thing. But yeah, it's but I mean, I had the fun of actually moving my little space around the other day.
That's right. Yeah.
And yeah, when I sort of looked at my little stash and sort of like thought, there might be a tad over 600 kits here.
Oh dear. I'll be catching up with Sarah Jane then. James is in. Says evening, Ross and Colin and all in chat. Hello, James. Stalkosaurus says back in the day I built a mini monogram kit that went together just fine. Happy days.
Yep.
Joel Grit says good evening, Ross and Colin and all in chat. Hope you're all well.
Good evening, Joel.
Ross, I may be on time one day. Not a problem, Joel. Not a problem, mate.
But at least you actually got in roughly about halfway through, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, about halfway through this time. You normally catch us at the last sort of like 10 minutes.
Yeah, Sarah
So,
Jane's done the
this
same with Scale Mates now. I'll chuck us a mate request, Sarah Jane, and we'll link up on there.
Yeah, I'll have to get that see if I can get that sorted out for mine. 'Cause I mean, I do have.
It does
An
make a
extensive
difference
collection.
because now, whenever I get a kit, I just immediately, before I go and put it on the shelf, I just add it to my stash on Scalemate so I know I've done it. And
Yeah,
it does come in handy because it's a nice, ideal way of looking up what you've got in your stash because the screen's right next to me where I'm sitting, so I can quickly go on, log on, done, job done.
yeah. Well, with me, it's most of my stash is either under my desk that side of me or directly behind me.
Because don't forget, when you add it to your stash, you've got a little notes section. You can just type in there, under the bench, left-hand side, third from the top, or something like that. You know where it is there.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to look into that myself. I think it's it does sound quite handy.
Sprue and Glue's echoing my sentiments. 15 likes. Awesome, peeps. It is. It's nice.
Much appreciated.
Joel Grit says to David, Sprue and Glue, I gave you a sub the other day. Absolutely.
You did indeed.
Don't forget, folks, you can sub to Ross at youtube.com, Scale Model Ninja.
Yep. I mean, I went on to David's show the other week, and that was a good laugh.
Yeah.
I was causing mayhem and havoc as usual. Like I
Absolutely.
It'd be rude not to.
Yeah. No, it's always good to share the love.
All right. Well, it's nice to help others out. And that's all I see it as.
Well, it's like anything, isn't it? You know, we all had to start our journey on YouTube, and it's difficult when you first start up, isn't it? You know, and you're like,
yeah. I mean, there's times even now when I'm still sort of like a bit nervous when I go on.
Yeah.
It's like today when the first time we've been having a guest on my stream. It's like, now, is everything going to go right? And is this going to go right? Is that going to
don't worry about that, mate. It's only me. Bloody hell, mate. But I know, I
you know what I mean? It's like
I could sense it because you was very fidgety, you know. Now you're as relaxed as anything, so you know. But
I mean, it's just one of those things. It's where you try and make sure everything's right. I mean, it's nice to have you on as the first guest because you're the one who actually got me into this thing in the first place. So
mate,
it's much appreciated.
Honoured to come on and help you out, mate. Oh, thank you, Cora. I didn't like to pimp myself because I didn't think it was right of me to do so.
No, you can go ahead, mate. You're always welcome.
Cora's put a link into my YouTube channel. If any of you who are in the chat haven't subbed to my channel, then please pop over to youtube.com/Festa67's workshop. Click the link that Cora's put in and share the love, and I will return the favour. And any of you in the chat that have YouTube channels, go over to Facebook and join me group, Festa67's workshop. In there is a YouTube's channel list. Put a link in there to your channel and I'll come and pay it a visit on the Sunday brunch show that I do. There you go. And I can pimp your channel and get your subs, and it works. It's got Ross some of these targets. I've got people to 1,000 subs, 500 subs, 200, 300, whatever. Because
and also, if you do join the channel, you will get access to the 24/7 hangout.
Absolutely. The 27.
Got to mention that bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. It's because I'm useless, and but no, it's always nice. I mean, I do it when I go into a lot of the American streams like John Pole, Miguel Devil.Games and that. I go through the chat and I highlight the person's name in the chat. I do a search on YouTube to see if they have a channel. And when I find it, I just give them a subscribe.
Yeah,
because it's just a way of sharing the love, isn't it? You know, and that's all I do. If I go into a live stream, the first thing I do is I click the thumbs up button, because if someone's giving up their time for me to go and watch them, the least I can do is show a bit of love, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like me when I get new subscribers and it comes up on my channel, they have a channel as well. I just go straight over to theirs and I'll just sub to them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you do what I do, where you go through your subscriber list and just go sub?
Yeah.
Sub, yeah.
Basically, it's just a done thing, though, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Even if the person has no content on their channel, my philosophy is that they're good enough to give me a sub, and I try to do it at least once a month. I just go through the list and then select people. So yeah. There you go, folks. And there's a link in there as well for David over at Sprue and Glue. Yes, folks.
Yep. And JC Bricks and Builds.
She's good. She's good, Cora, isn't she? She's proper professional.
She's getting too good at this job. Anybody think I have to start paying her?
God, you know, so I think I'll give her a job on my channel because I'm useless.
Aye.
I'm just going to have a swig of tea.
You might get side jealous, though, because he need you a chat dolly.
Yeah. Oh, me and Fox were absolutely useless Friday because Si couldn't
Yes,
make it. He was at his in-laws. We don't mean to do it, but you know what it's like yourself. You're doing something and you're painting away, and you get so engrossed in it that you forget you're live.
yeah, and I was
The
quite
chat
happy.
is going.
Yeah, it's like at one point I was going to say, "Hey, would you like me to come in and do your chat for you?"
Oh, mate, honestly. Well, the offer's there. You know that. You've got an open invite.
Oh, yeah.
You always have, mate. You know, you want to come in and do that, mate. Entirely up
But
to
you were
mate.
having so much fun between the pair of you.
You do. You lose track of it. I'm doing it again. Look, I've picked up the Suzuki, Ross.
I don't know what you like.
Oh, sorry, folks. See, I'm easily distracted.
You're supposed to be doing the big red thing.
I know.
Not the little white thing.
Yeah, but it's motorbikes, isn't it? It's like...
I know.
And thanks to Sarah Jane, I shall be buying a Ducati Panigale later on this month. No, good for you, though. Honestly, I owe you big time for that, Sarah Jane, because I didn't realise them decals were out there. I know what she's going to say. Oh, if you want
I know exactly what she's saying.
Yeah, if you'd like to show your thanks, then feel free to send me that rather large car kit. I know what's coming.
Yeah.
But
I think there's more chance of hell freezing over than that happening. Yeah.
But no, it's one of those I can finish off the bike duo that I was going to build. I can now make it a trio without giving too much away live. But yeah, that just fits in for something that's toying in my brain. So yeah, there'll be
that, mate. As long as you're happy with what you've got done and you've got
there'll be a credit
sort of
for
like
Sarah Jane in there, mate, because you know she's getting her own build series with her GT, and
we got Dorkosaurus saying, "I hate to leave, good company, but I've got to go get the grill ready." Oh,
nice. Enjoy, mate. Always a pleasure, Dorkosaurus. Sarah Jane says, "I think of something."
Yeah, I think you're in trouble.
Absolutely.
Something tells you might lose out on that one, Cole.
Yeah. I've actually checked the GT car. God, I very nearly said the name of it then. Just to make sure there's no stealthily hidden tracking devices that have been secreted in the box, you know, because someone might be tracking it remotely to see where it is, you know.
Yeah.
She says, yeah, it'll go well with your collection. Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking of doing, Sarah Jane. I've got the NSR 500 I was going to do as the Nastro Azzurro Rossi bike. And then I've got the one that Graziano Rossi, his father, rode. So I was going to have Graziano's, Valentino's first bike, and then the Panigale, which is Luca Marini's bike, which is Valentino Rossi's stepbrother, with the Grazie Valet livery on it. So it was almost like Dad, the beginning of the son, and then the next generation coming on and taking the baton from Valentino, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing.
Sounds good.
And the beauty of it is, Ross, is I'll get to build 3 bikes in quick succession. So it's like,
aye, so win-win.
Absolutely. So yeah. And it just gives me a break from Warhammer, if I'm honest, because don't get me wrong, it's nice doing it on the streams with Fox, because that's what Fox does.
Yeah.
But it was beginning to take over, and it's like, I need to get back, you know, to doing other things.
Yeah.
So.
Excuse me.
I don't like that headliner in there, so I'm going to put my own in there.
Looks like James is trying to get himself a dinner invite to Dorkosaurus.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think he's trying to. And then Dorkosaurus is saying, yep, you can come out whenever you want.
Road trip.
Yep, road trip.
God, could you imagine us lot going down Route 66 in a knackered old Volkswagen bus? How far do you reckon we would get stateside before the local sheriff puts out an APB on us lot?
Yeah, especially us lot. Christ.
You know,
That'll go
because
down
you'd
really
have
well.
Ross probably doing a Mooney out the back window, so that would get him arrested.
Colin try to use the horn as a fart machine.
Yeah, so that would be me getting arrested. Yeah. James,
and then
we
James
would
would be
just
just classed as an underage driver.
Yeah, and the copper would naturally say to James, "It's your fault." So, yeah,
Of course,
scary
he'd
fault.
get done for. James would probably get done for underage driving.
Sarah Jane says, "We'll look good. No need to look for a tracker. I've noticed the car is where you left it." Damn, she's liaising with Ellen. She's got CCTV camera in there. I bet you.
Hi. She's doing the security guard job.
Absolutely. What possibly could go wrong?
Very so. But yeah, it's like I was saying to you before when we sort of like came on air. It's like there's certain growl kits, and that B52 was one of them.
Yes.
And the other one that I'd love to be able to get hold of, but it's like rocking horse poo, which is the B36.
Yeah.
Now, to get one in 48 scale, it'll cost you £1,375.
Ooh.
But at clenching.
Yeah,
it's sort of like slightly out of my price range, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But even then, to get the actual 72nd scale one, you're still looking anywhere between £200 to £300.
Really?
Yeah, just for the 72nd scale one. And you think about, but why? It's not fair.
That's serious money. That's a question for the folks in the chat. What is your Grail kit in the chat?
I think no Sarah James.
Yeah. But you know, we all have kits that we covet, don't we? What would be the one where if you had a little windfall and you know you'd won on the GGs or you know won a little bit on the lottery, what would be that Grail kit that you would go out and get that you perhaps wouldn't be able to get at the moment because of real world financial issues?
Good question.
I love it because I'm a nosy sod. You probably noticed, but I like, you know, I find it really interesting the different tastes that people have for different builds and that, and I find it quite fascinating. Sarah Jane says, "I don't have one. It depends on my mood." Absolutely. You must be a nightmare to buy a kit for though, because you pretty much got most of them, ain't you?
Yeah, I can say from a size of her stash, she's probably got near enough every make and model out there anyway.
Do realise if ever we saw Sarah Jane's stash, she would have trouble. She'd have to get an eviction notice for us too, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Be like, no, we're not leaving. We're not leaving. We're staying here because, you know, the stash is requested. We keep it company. We're guarding it. That's what we could say, Ross. We're guarding it for her.
It's like a mate of mine. He won't let me go anywhere near his house.
Yeah.
And this is the bloke who actually sent me the B52 that I traded it from him. And he's got quite a large collection.
Yeah.
As well. He's sort of like on the lines of Sarah Jane's sort of size stash.
Yeah.
And I keep offering my services to go and help him tidy up, but for some strange reason, he just says no.
Yeah, I've got
a mate. Why?
I've got a mate very similar to Panzer, where his stash is going down the stairs and along the hallway, and and it's like Dave is the same as well. I mean, Dave went through his stash. He put 17 bags of kits in his loft, and he's still got his airing cupboard stash, his bedroom stash, his downstairs stash, his under the sofa stash. It's like, but it just grows, doesn't it? Because we all sit there, we finish a build, and then we go, right, I'm just going to go next door and have a look at the stash to choose my next build. And we all stand there going, No, 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 no. We get to the bottom, and then we all come in, sit down, and we go straight on the auction sites or model
Yeah.
sites
What's
looking
next
for
shiny news?
new shiny. So we get a new
Yeah.
shiny. It arrives. We're excited. We open it. The minute that cellophane comes off, it is no longer shiny. It goes on the
Yeah.
shelf in the stash room and gets forgotten.
Very, very true. I mean, my Warhammer stash is probably getting
Yeah.
a bit
Oh,
out.
good
thrown out.
shout, Marcus. He said, I'm not sure what my Grail kit is yet. There's so much out there I haven't seen yet, but DS9 is way up there. Now, that is a great choice.
I
like
may just
that.
happen to have one of them.
I do like that choice because it is iconic, isn't it? And
Yeah.
you see a lot of Star Trek Enterprises and things like that, but not many DS9s. And yeah, I like that.
Stations, no. I mean, there are two variants you can get, one with the lighting and one without.
Yeah. You've been thrown under the bus, mate, by your missus. Ross once tried to hide his stash under the bed. I soon found it.
Yeah, I did actually, yeah.
Sarah Jane, would you like to issue Cora Pink a house point for that one?
No, I don't think that's fair.
I do. Yeah.
It's definitely roast dinner tonight.
Well, I mean, I've got one of my Grail kits, which is the Mad Max Road Warrior. I've got the Eagle Transporter and spaceship or space battleship Yamato. And if I had to flip a coin between the two, I'd probably go for the Yamato first. Don't know why. There's just something about it that appeals to me. It's not a particularly highly detailed kit.
No, but it's
just the quirkiness. Yeah.
It's that being the difference of it, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just got that. Dare I say it, out the box? It's just different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Marcus is on my case. He's going house point. Yeah, I think we should issue Cora Pink a house point. See, one of my house points wouldn't be as good as one of Sarah Jane's house point. They're quite coveted. They come with a special gold seal and ribbon and presentation box. You know, they're proper house points.
Yeah, well, I might have happened to say when she actually found these kits that were under the bed.
Yeah.
That they belong to Roran.
Yeah. Well, see, I've been using a good ruse up till notice how I've suddenly started whispering.
Yeah.
When my stash gets noticed, it's God, you've got some. I'll go, yeah, but don't forget, I build free models. A lot of them are for them. They send them in advance, love. Oh, do they? Yeah.
I wonder how long that'll take Helen to see through that.
I think she already has, if I'm honest.
Yeah. She's just playing with you at the moment, I think.
I think she is. She's just appeasing me, Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah, throws darts in a photograph of me when I'm not looking. That's what she does.
Aye, until she finds something that she likes, and she goes, "Oh, by the way, you know those kits that you said that were free models, and I know exactly where they're from." And you go, "What do you want, love?" And she goes, "I just want this now, thank you."
Oh, she's already claimed one, mate.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the black coach.
Oh.
Yeah, she's claimed that. That when it finished is hers.
Fair enough.
I'm like, yeah, no worries. Yeah, she said, I like that. That, she said, will go well with my gothic-y stuff in my cabinet. Yeah, okay.
Can't argue with that, mate, can you?
Yeah. I said, no worries. I was like, oh, that's a result.
Yeah, it's that's one I've got to get myself at some point.
Yeah.
And I think that and the Celestial Hurricanum side by side.
Yeah, would look nice.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I've got to take that over to the shop at some point.
Oh, right, yeah. I was going in their window.
Yeah, he's asked to display it.
Oh, happy days. God, I bet you're proud.
Can't understand why, though, because it's not that great. I mean, I'm just I'm just average Joe.
Yeah, but accept the praise, Ross.
No.
Young Ross, accept the praise. You know it makes sense.
Do-do-do-do. Then we've got Lynn Dipple just joined us saying, I'm here. Hi, Ross. Colin hugs.
Hello, Lynn. How are you, love?
Yep. You may use finger words.
Yeah.
I know you want to.
Who, me?
Yeah, I know you want to.
Good. I'm being good. I'm being good. Oh, I've already
You have
flopped
permission
that.
to use finger words this one time.
Sarah Jane, it's really funny seeing the guys thinking they're clever. Sad, really, isn't it? Yeah, we tried, don't we? We failed miserably, but
it's the fun part is actually the trying part.
it's the fact we've had a go, though, isn't it, Ross? It
Yeah.
makes us feel better about it. Even though we
does.
know we're failing miserably, in our little heads, we've had a go.
Yep. Very true. Just because we tried, that's everything to us, you see. It's our little win.
In our world, that's very satisfying. We feel we've actually achieved something. Because we convince ourselves that you're not aware of what we've done.
Yeah. Well, we try to anyway.
Yeah. Didn't realise I had built that much of this. Oh yeah, I can sit and glue some bits together. It's like open the box and it's like pretty much half assembled. It's like can't remember doing most of this. Okay, let's have a looky. Look, let's put some do a bit of painting. That's ready to be tack ragged and all of that lot before it goes in and gets its multiple coats of paintage. So we'll protect that from the dust by putting that back in its bag of goodness.
Yeah.
Because we can.
Aye.
I reckon we can do a bit of tubage on there as well at some point.
I'm actually hoping to get one of my other kits that I've been wanting for a while again soon.
Oh, right.
Lucky enough. It's the HMS Lusty.
All right, yeah.
And there just happens to be one up for auction at the moment.
Oh. Have you bought it yet? Ross?
Well, no, it's on the auction, so I've got a bid on it and see where it goes to.
Yeah.
But I'll only go to a certain amount that I want to, and I'll just let it go. If it goes above what I want, then it's
sometimes we can get carried away, can't we, with it?
Yeah.
And
it's too easily done. I mean, just look at Marcus, he'll tell you that.
You get into a bidding war. Oh, did he get into a bidding war, did he?
Just a little bit.
Good man.
Over a couple of Warhammer kits.
Well done, Marcus. I support this. I support this very much.
You could almost see the guilt in his eyes saying, I think I made a boo-boo. That is quite funny.
Good for him.
All right. But he has got some nice kits, so I'll give him that. He did win some nice ones.
He's building up a nice little stash now, isn't he?
Yeah. And it's nice to see his confidence growing in what he's doing as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've all been there where we started off and got to think, like, oh, well, is this going to work? Or it's a kit that you think's going to be hard. And then you think, like, oh, well, shall I really start that or shan't I? And
yeah,
I think
it is.
You see that in people and you think, like, no, don't stress over it. Just
it
crack
is
on
difficult because most of us had a break when we had children.
Yeah.
So you come out of that and get back into the hobby. I mean, in the 22 years that I was out of the hobby, it changed beyond recognition. And it was almost like I was coming back into a totally new hobby. which was quite exhilarating, if I'm honest, because it enabled you to forget everything that you knew and just learn all over again.
Very true. I mean,
Kind of rekindled me interest really in the whole hobby.
yeah. I mean, to be quite honest, there's only one person I can blame for getting me back into this hobby.
Yeah.
And she knows exactly who she is.
Yeah.
That is my good lady, because she brought me the first kit, which happened to be a tank.
Yeah.
Which was the Tamiya Cromwell.
Yeah, mine got me the Rossi Bike and Rider because I was getting on her nerves. And she said, you know, set up that room there as a man cave and get yourself back into an hobby, because, you know, you're going to need to, because there's going to be a time when you won't be able to work anymore. That's going to really get you. She said, so I kind of want you focused on something. When that day happens, it will make it a little bit more tolerable. And, you know, she's got great foresight, bless her. You know, she ain't daft at all. And, yeah, I can't thank her enough for that. And she's fully supportive. Yeah, we have the in joke of, yeah, you know, the stash, blah, 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 blah. But deep down, you know, now that it pays reasonably for itself, she's got no problem with it. You know,
well, you're getting told off by Lynn.
Am I? Why?
Yep. Linda was saying, what? No finger words for me, Colin? Well, and she's crying there.
Oh, is she? No, I am going to get round to it, Lynn. I do apologise. I got distracted again. I think Ross actually did remind me as well.
And then you got Crazy Kit Builders asking a very, very good question. He's saying, how do you keep yourself motivated to keep building models?
For me, I have to have something to occupy my mind, because if I don't, I think. And I'm not looking for violins, but I'm a chronic depressive. And if I have downtime where I've got time to think to myself, I get depressed. So this motivates me. This keeps me active and stimulates my mind and stops me from being me.
Yeah, I suppose for me, it's like yourself with depression and fighting that. And then the wife said, look, you need to be doing something else, not just sitting around sort of like moping around the house.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I started off with just me dinner table and a few pots of paint that she got me and the Vallejo things. And she did get me an airbrush, but I very rarely used it.
Yeah.
So it's just sat on the bench doing not a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's the same sort of thing. It's like another way for me to keep motivated is picking and choosing what I build.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, I do the 2 different streams, which is the Warhammer on the Tuesdays, and then the Saturdays I do just normal model building. And that I find is a way of me sort of like going, okay, that's keeping me sort of like focused by saying, yeah, I'm doing this one on one day, that another day. So it keeps it mixed up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, keeps your interest.
Yeah. And then you're not sort of like struggling to think, oh, well, do I really have to build this again? And it can be a struggle at times, I must admit.
Oh, yeah, we all lose our mojo from time to time.
So, yeah, it's... thought I'd used the wrong card before.
Yeah, did. Yeah, it's one of those, you know, I get up, I go and make myself a cup of tea, I walk around in the garden for a bit. This is my journey to work almost, and then I sit at the bench, I do my work at the bench, and when I'm done for the day, I then go home, I have my dinner, so to speak, and it's almost like a routine because I'm medically retired and housebound. So you have to have a sense of purpose to get up.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to have something to look forward to the following day, haven't you? And a purpose when you get up, to have something to do to keep yourself basically from going insane.
Yeah.
That's my motivation. It keeps me stimulated. It gives me a sense of purpose. You may only do a little bit of painting or a little bit of filming, but you've achieved something that day.
very much so.
which makes you want to come back the following day and do it again. So that's my motivation. Bit of a ramble, I know, but
Oh, it's a true, not honest answer, though, isn't it? It's basically how
yeah,
we deal with things. I mean, we
It-
use this hobby as a way of escaping our demons.
yes, real life.
And Christ, if I didn't have misses and this hobby, dare I say, I probably wouldn't even be here now.
No, I wouldn't be. No. Not getting
Because
too
it's-
deep, I hope, but yeah.
No, but you know what I mean by not trying to
Yes.
make it too shallow, but it's
Yeah.
one of those things where you know that it's like, thanks to my missus, she kept me sane.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
You
like they
know,
say, behind every good man, there's a very good woman standing behind him, giving
Oh,
him a good
yeah.
kick up the arse.
Behind every man is a very strong woman, isn't there? Because,
Yes.
you know, my missus, she's not shy in coming forward and saying, "Oh, you've been a twat." And I need that, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, the times when I've had to go to the doctors and that lot because the missus turned around and said, like, yes, you need to go to the doctors, go and get your ass sorted.
Yeah.
Because you normally just sit there and go, oh, well, I don't really need to. I'm not that bad, really. And
Yeah.
you sit there and you mope and you sort of like make yourself even worse in a way because you end up bottling crap up.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one of the worst things you could ever do.
This is the thing I find with this hobby is a lot of us in it do have some form of demon. And yet we
Yes.
all have chosen probably the most isolated, insular
Yeah.
hobby that you could imagine.
Yeah.
But what we have got is 90% of us have got webcams and hang out. So we can just sit here at the bench and chat with our mates.
Yeah.
And sometimes just being able to switch on that webcam and see a friendly face looking back at you and having
Yeah.
someone just to have a giggle with.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the times where we've just sat there in the past and in like the hangout, for instance, and we've not even talked for hours.
Yeah.
We just sit there and fucking work away, beaver away at what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then I'll generally wait for Colin to pick his paintbrush up, and then I'll go, oh, by the way, look, just look at this.
Yeah. Always wants to show me something the minute I start building something. He's a turd. Watch out for this, folks, if any of you come in the 24/7. It's called the Ross effect.
Yeah.
In
But
the
I was
nicest
quite surprised
possible.
that James actually got you the other day instead of me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I couldn't believe that. I did it during the other
sat there
night.
quietly, right?
I watched him pick
Yeah.
up his paintbrush and his figure. And you know he gets that James face on, doesn't he? when
Yeah,
painting?
he's like a giddy little face, yeah.
And I waited just as he leant forward and he started painting, and I could see he's really focusing. I said, "You're enjoying that?" And he said, "Oh, mate, I'm loving it." I said, "Oh, have you seen this?" And he looked up and I went, "Yeah, it's annoying when someone distracts you, isn't it?" He may have called me some strong languaged names. But
Oh dear.
it's all done in all done in jest.
Oh yeah, that's the good thing about the hangout, though, isn't it? I mean, we go in there to talk shit and let off steam.
Absolutely.
That's what we do.
Have a wibble.
Yep, very much so. Are you going to be okay for a minute, Colin? Because I've just got to go and vacate somewhere quickly.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll just clean me brush and I'll do a bit of chat, mate.
Okay, and just go back for it, because I'm sure we've missed quite a bit of it.
Yeah, no worries, mate. You go off and do what you got to do, mate. Right, let's have a looky, Lou. Okay. La 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 la. Crazy kit builder. How do you keep yourself motivated? Oh yeah, that's what we do. How do you motivate yourself, then, mate? How do you keep yourself motivated, buddy? Sarah Jane says a stash needs to be cultivated and fed to grow big and strong. Absolutely, Sarah Jane. Marcus agrees with Sarah Jane. Yes. Sarah Jane's now asking, what you after, Marcus? Yeah. This is a more lenient sentence. Oh, Panzer, that's harsh. You could have been a bit more forgiving there. He says denied in capitals. Yeah. That's me dishing out loads of love hearts and kisses to Lent. Lynn says, thanks, my love. Oh, bless. Panzer says, violence against innocent domestic lamps will not be tolerated. Yeah, that poor lamp. Joel Grit says, I know the feeling, mate, to Russell Collin. Yeah, the demons, mate. It can be a delicate subject. You know, I'm quite open about my struggles, but, you know, some people are uncomfortable talking about it. But if my way of dealing with it, and I'm not an expert, I'm just being honest with how I deal with mine. If it helps someone out there deal with their real life issues, then I'm a happy bunny. I'm not an expert. I'm not a trained psychologist or anything like that. I'm just a bloke that is honest about my own struggle with me demons. And, you know, if that helps other people, I'm all for it. Panzer says, see, Marcus, your what's that? Repatriation procedure, reputation even. Sarah Jane says, my mojo is good, but with no heating, it's too bleeding cold to do modelling. Typical of my nuck, I blame Marcus. Are you still having issues there, Sarah Jane? I thought they had sorted you out, love. That's not on. Lynn says, I'm on the same way, but work is so stressful. I have no mojo to work or anything after I get off work, except when I can join James on his live show. Absolutely. Crazy Kit Builder says, interesting ramble. It is, mate. It's one of them, you know, it's real life at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, a lot of us have got issues or, you know, the real world issues of the pandemic and things like that. You know, it's stressful times, isn't it?
William Beck.
Sarah Jane says, not only domestic lamps, the wild ones are nearly extinct. Very rare to see a wild lamp nowadays. Yeah, normally, Sarah Jane, the wild lamps are kept especially to light up the enclosure where the red pandas live.
Yeah, very true.
Absolutely.
There is a Crazy Kit Builder has asked you a question, Colin. How do I join this hangout?
The Zoom 24/7 hangout. What you do is you can either become a channel member on Festa 67's workshop. I'll put a link in. Or you can support me on Patreon, and that gives you access to that as well. So I'm going to put the links in the chat if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead, mate. You're more than welcome.
That gives you membership to the 24/7 hangout, mate. First link is me Patreon. That starts for as little as $1 a month. Or you can become a channel member on my YouTube channel by clicking the join button and becoming a member. And that will also give you access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout. And honestly, it's there. It goes 24/7. It never shuts down. You can come and go as you please, when you please. You can stay how long as you like. There's also a Facebook chat. If you want to come in on that, send me a friend request on Facebook and I will add you into the 24/7 chat group. I'll put the link in for that as well.
Yep.
Send me a friend request to there and that'll then let me add you into the 24/7 chat. And there you go. And like I say, you know, it's all like-minded people like us, you know, just sit there, have a chat, a laugh, a joke. And yeah,
it's a great place to hang out. I mean, I think I was probably
he was one of the originals, one of the first to join.
Yep. And then I think me and Panzer hold the record for the longest ever being in there in one go.
Yeah.
I think it was like 16 hours or something.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, sometimes, you know, one of us might be struggling. So everyone rallies around and keeps them company until they feel a bit better, you know. And it's nice. It's good fun.
It certainly is. I mean, you know, you're always sort of like welcome and there's no judgment by anybody.
No.
And you can basically rant away as much as you want about certain things and people will just listen.
Absolutely. It could be you was driving home and someone cut you up on the roundabout. It was, it might have had a crummy week at work. So there you go. It's all good fun.
What makes me laugh about these old Monogram kits is that the cockpits on them are so basic.
Yeah.
But yet they come up with sort of like technology for it, like the moving undercarriage, the moving wings,
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But yet they couldn't actually put a bit more detail into the cockpits.
I think probably back then, though, don't forget when these models were made, and I go by when I was a kid and got models, most of the models were designed because they knew that the children or that they were built for would play with them as a toy.
Yeah.
So you didn't get hyper detailed cockpits. You got movable parts that garnered the interest of a child. So
Well,
that they
yeah,
could
very
make
true.
the wings move, the wheels move, and run around with it in the garden making airplane noises. So
what sort of excuse do we use now? Because we're still
well, I used the excuse that I am still 12 and a half. So, I tried being an adult once. It lasted about 25 minutes. I didn't like it, and I became a child again.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, with me in this hobby, it went from being like, okay, I wouldn't get any more than 10 kits in the house at any one point.
Yeah, I've been there.
And I did manage to keep to that for the first 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, as I sort of like found these places where I could go and buy kits at a very good value,
Yeah,
so to speak.
Yeah.
It's sort of like happened to sort of slowly grow.
Yeah.
And it sort of like filled one shelf up. Then it filled another one.
Yeah.
Then it was like whole bookcases full.
Yeah, I know that feeling, mate.
But it's like you're only buying sort of like 1 or 2 kits here and there.
Yeah.
You don't mean to go out and sort of like buy shed loads. I mean, I made the mistake of going to auction sites where I actually going to the main auction houses and that lot and buying a bulk amount of kits.
Yeah.
And then what ones I didn't want, we sold on.
Oh yeah, we had it where we got a charity shop in our town.
Yeah.
And H messaged me and said, "Oh, there's quite a few kits in here." She said, "You might be interested in. I'll come and get you." So, long story short, it was just before I retired, and we went in, and I pretty much bought every model that was in the charity shop.
It's so easily done, though.
Where the bulk of my stash came from, because it was fairly priced. So I said, "Well, look, you're asking roughly. How about if I just say the lot for X amount and bung a bit on top because you're a charity?" And that's what we did, And
yeah,
H was like, "You'll do anything not to make a decision, wouldn't you?" And I said, "Well, the decision's made. I just bought everything." And there were some good kits in there and challenging builds, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to enjoy them. So that's what I did.
I mean, it's like on one occasion I found the RNL lifeboat in the charity shop.
Oh right, yeah. What's that? The SARS lifeboat, yeah.
Yeah, the British one, yeah.
Yeah.
The 7 estuary one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 7 lifeboat. Yeah, same one me and Mike was building. Yeah.
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 And I thought, well, when I saw it, I thought, well, they wanted something like 27 quid for it.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, there's a good chance that something might be missing from it.
Yeah.
Because it was sellotaped up, but you can see it's been opened before.
Yeah.
So I said to him, like, okay, I'll give you, if you want, I'll give you 15 quid for it.
Yeah.
Which I think was a fair price.
Fair deal, yeah.
That I thought was second hand, and you don't know if it's going to be all there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So they agreed to it, and this is at the Manicure Cancer Shop.
Oh right, yeah.
But then I get home after sort of like picking the box up out of the bag. I think, man, that box is a bit heavy. So I opened it up and I find every single colour that's needed for this kit is actually in this box,
Oh,
as well as paintbrushes, as well as glue.
yeah.
And I think,
Yeah.
I might have underpaid for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So next time I went into Skipton, I turned around and said, okay. I spoke to the lady. I said, you know that kit I bought? She goes, yeah. I said, so I found a load of paints in it
Yeah.
and all the brushes and everything like that. So it had everything you needed to build this kit. So I said, look, there's another tenner on top. So I think it's worth that.
Yeah, absolutely. And they would have been blown away by that.
And they're sort of like, they look at you as if like, really?
Yeah.
Said,
We've got to the point now where H goes in once a month to the charity shop, and if they've had any kits in, they'll say to her, "Oh, we haven't put these out yet. We got one of these. We got one of these. What do you think?" Then she sends me a picture. Eeny, meeny, miny, or mo. Yeah, no worries. Boom. So they've gotten used to us, you know, and
yeah.
it's nice.
I mean,
at the end of the day.
The only time I ever sort of like find kits is if I go over into Skipton.
Yeah.
And you know when it's coming up like the anniversary of the moon landings and all that shit that happened not so long ago.
Yeah, excuse me for my spider pick there.
That's right. And I found the actual moon lander. What's it, Eagle One or something it's called in it?
Oh right, yeah.
By Revell.
Yeah.
And they only wanted £4 for it.
Really?
Yeah. So guess where that went?
Yeah.
I'm having that. And then I also found the London Philharmonic Orchestra Airbus.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting that as well. And that only cost me another sort of like £5, I think it was.
Oh, nice one.
And I'm thinking like, well, hang on a minute. Over here in Skipton, they obviously don't know the value of these kits.
It's always nice to score a bargain like that, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think they caught on when I kept buying them all each week.
Yeah. Sarah Jones is nearly there with her eating after 22 weeks. That's just disgusting.
Oh, Christ, that is bad.
Yeah, it's not on, bless you.
22 weeks just to get a bloody heating sorted. Jesus wept.
Yeah. Oh, you're such a grass panzer. That's not true. Think you should get a warning for that. He says, Sarah Jane, I have brought up the subject of warnings and fines in the hangout, but without your presence, they just laugh. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think
that is the biggest box of fibularity I've heard, whether you're the birthday boy or not.
Yeah.
Lying to Sarah Jane Panzer as a
just to try and get us all in trouble.
Shameful.
He thinks he's trying to push his position just because he's become Deputy Brown Noser again.
Absolutely.
And if you think you're not going to get any grief because it's your birthday, you've got only another 22 minutes to go, mate, and then that's your birthday done.
Sarah Jane says, as you're famous now, Marcus, any serious offence means straight to the tower for you. Marcus says, what's the tower? Tower of London, Marcus. The dungeons, mate. That's the dungeons, mate. Traitor's Gate is where Panzer should be, though, for trying to dob us all in. Shocking.
That's just rude, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Shame on you, Panzer. Panzer will be
like, so I think we should find him 6 packs of Jonas, don't you?
Yeah, I'll send you my donuts. I can't have them.
That's fine. I don't mind. I'll eat them.
Why does that not surprise me?
They'll go down quite well after me roast dinner.
Go off some people. Ross is mocking me, Sarah Jane. Notice how quick I turned there and threw you straight back under the bus. Told you, mate. You know, can't trust Festival.
Now I've got some little dudes to go in this thing, but
dudes is good.
Oh, it's like that's what they look like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're there. It's part of the kit, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking I might actually have a look through my
stash of dudes.
stash, and yeah,
Yeah.
and see if I can find something a bit better because it looks like somebody's caved the gunner chest in.
Have they not aged particularly well then?
Well, the rear gunner looks not too bad, but he looks like his chest has been caved in by a brick.
Oh right, yeah.
And then the pilot's got like a big dimple in him in his chest. So
yeah,
and then his face looks like he's got sort of like like where the Germans took over the moon. That sort of like that bloke who comes out in the middle of the moon after they land on it and taken prisoner. He's wearing that sort of like face mask type thing.
Yeah.
And the old big bug eye goggles and that sort of thing. That's what it looks like.
Oh dear.
So yeah, it's not the best. Where's the box of dudes? It should be in that drawer, I think.
Yeah. Box of dudes. Get your dudes here, £3 a pound.
Yeah. Here we are. One box of dudes. Obviously didn't want that. So 48 dudes. Yep, he's modern. He's modern. He's modern. Now that looks better. Ooh, yeah, he looks a lot better.
Is he a persuasion fit, or will he fit quite willingly?
Oh, he'll go straight in.
Well, there you go.
And I think that one will go in quite nicely as well. He's actually got an officer's cap on it as well. So those will be from my B-25 kit. I did. Now, will he fit in the cockpit area? Let's have a quick look. Where will I put it? I'll put the cockpit down somewhere. Oh, there it is. Cool.
A bit of that.
He's holding his thumbs up so he can look as though he's about to take off. So, yeah. I think he's going to look all right.
Absolutely. Suitably recovered. What with all the scratch building as well, mate? You want to roll tonight?
Yeah, it's been different. Yeah, he's just going to need a little bit of altercation at the front there.
Oh, is he a persuasion fit, is he?
Yeah, but not much though. I've only got to take a little bit out on the floor for the front of it to get his feet through.
Yeah.
And I think he'll fit quite nicely. So we probably need to take about 3 mil off, I think, if that.
Happy days.
Let's try it again now. There we go.
Yeah, it's looking good, mate.
He thinks he's gonna look pretty good there, little dude. With his arm up.
Yeah, that works. Works for me.
Yep. Giving the thumbs up so he wants to take off.
Does that mean
Believe it or not, these are actually from the Monogram B-25 I did.
Does that mean you get to make helicopter taking off noises? Or is that an ecumenical matter?
Well, it's not a helicopter.
Why am I thinking of helicopter?
I ain't got a Scooby, mate.
Might well be because I've got. It might well be that I've got the 124 Huey just in an eye shot.
Yeah, I've got one of them to build as well. Yeah.
Oh, mate,
start doing that enough soon.
You're in for a treat.
Yeah.
No, that'll do. So you get to do airplane takey-offy noises instead.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And he's
Good
got a little
recovery.
dude. He's put his arm up. He's putting his thumb up, saying, "Yep, engine, where I go." And he's listening to commands over his radio. So,
Is he got a Rupert talking to him?
He's got a Rupert hat on. So you can just see his little whoopee hat.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Is it that
And then-
Rupert's birthday by any chance?
It could be. We could say it's him because he will be a squib.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Oh, we're so in the doghouse.
Probably. Let's see. Oh, I've got my first warning.
Oh, have you? Welcome to the fold. What did you get it for?
Been here all this time, and not once has he offered us a drink. Like a flipping desert in here. You got a kettle, ain't you? You know how to use one. Go and make one.
Oh.
That's my way of putting it anyway. And then we've got
Yeah.
Panzer Cat saying, alas, Marcus, Sarah Jane has no jurisdiction in the hangout. I'm just saying, saving you bottles of Malibu. If, however, you offer up a Meng GT40, we might reconsider.
Oh, I never mentioned that car's name. Wasn't me.
Don't bother me.
Big boy did it and run away.
Yep, it's all Panzer's fault. He mentioned it. You notice how quickly I threw him under the bus then?
You did, mate. You didn't even give him a chance to breathe there, mate, did you?
Yep. God blimey. Do you know what? We're actually going over the normal time I build.
Have we?
Yeah, it's nearly 2 hours, mate.
Bloody hell, I ain't gone that quick already, is it?
It has. It's nearly midnight, mate. It's 10 to midnight.
Oh, my
Nearly. Well, just gone quarter to, so.
God.
Oh, well.
That's what happens when you get us
Yeah,
two
fun.
yatter him.
Yeah, it's like you and Foxy, isn't it? You lose track of time.
Oh, yeah, we did it again last night. Yeah, we'll only be on a couple of hours, 5 a.m.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've got to paint that little dude up and we'll get him all sorted. Might just take a little bit more off that front plate when I get them off. Yeah, I think it's going to look pretty good. Just got to put a little bit
That
of.
look really nice, that mate. Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna
Lynn.
go together.
I'm just about to, Lynn.
Have you stood up yet, mate?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just about to.
Ah, good. I wonder if I've got a little cockpit seat that you might be able to sit in as well, because it would look a lot better. I think I do have one somewhere. Because that's the only thing what's really missing from this is actually a seat for him. Mrs. M just coming down.
Dun 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 dun.
Putting kettle on.
No.
She is. There you go. No, he's doing his standy uppy thing now, I think you'll find.
I am. I'm just getting up now, mate.
He's been a good little boy, doing as he's told.
Yeah, on them rare occasions.
Yeah.
Has been known.
Hmm.
Tell all your friends, Fester, just doesn't do as he was told. Ooh, that's handy.
Let's see.
Mm.
Yeah, because Lynn's saying, Colin, time to stand up now. So that's a big now in capital letters.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I've been chastised.
I think you were by Lynn, definitely.
Yeah, I am stood up.
And you got obviously Sarah Jane's backing up Panzer for some strange reason. Not that I care, even though I've got a second warning.
You know, in 10 minutes, it's not going to be his birthday. Oh boy, so glad I'm not him. He's in deep trouble, mate.
Yeah. All these people that he's had to go at today.
It's going to be merciless, mate.
Yep. It certainly will be.
Dum, dum, dum,
I'm
dum,
going to have some fun painting these little figures later. Oh. Should make it a bit more interesting. Normally, I don't paint figures to go in aircraft.
Oh, right.
It's one of the reasons why I actually started doing Warhammer, to be honest with you.
Mm.
It's to actually sort of get some practice at painting figures.
Yeah, the Warhammer stuff is good, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a good friend of mine called Dan Harrison that got me into it.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he sent me, like, I think it was like a dozen figures.
Yeah.
And goes, give them a go. I said, all right, fair enough. And like, they're the usual sort of Space Marines. And then I sort of made the mistake of going over to the Warhammer shop in Bradford.
Mm-hmm.
Came out sort of like 75 quid lighter.
Ain't that always the way?
Yep. So, yeah. Yeah, my little tub of dudes come in handy.
Oh, yeah. Got to have some greebles, mate.
Oh, I mean, even though they're pretty shocking, them little dudes, but I'll keep hold of them because I might use them somewhere.
Oh, there's
You
always
never
room
know.
for greebles, mate.
Oh, I might sort of melt him up a little bit and say he's been burned to death in the back of a crashed plane or something like that. Just to make it sort of simple.
You can have a spider pig there for your trouble.
No, I do have a spare seat, cockpit seat.
Oh, nice.
And there he is.
Oh, get in.
Just to slightly modify it a little bit. Because it's more of a modern one, but it can be changed. Take that down a bit. Take that top bit off. You can go. And then we'll use shit on there. And then again, you're not really going to see much of it when it's in place. Oh, yeah, that look good. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, happy with that. That'll do.
Happy days. Happy days.
Yeah, well, he just looks better with him on a seat because there was no sort of like seating there. Just needs a bit of sanding back because it wasn't as doesn't need to be as thick sort of thing. The back padding. And the bottom seat needs just sanding back a little bit. Then I think that'll do. So yeah, that's that bit, another bit that I need to modify.
Hey, all this modification, mate, you're doing well.
Yeah, I seem to be getting more and more into it nowadays, if you know what I mean. Changing things up and just making little alterations here and there.
Yeah, but it just makes a difference, doesn't it, than doing out of the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of your personality in the build, isn't it?
Yeah, well, to me, it's like baby steps, really, because there's like you sort of like go, oh, what part can I chop off first?
Yeah.
With me, it's like, I think I'll just do this little bit. Yeah, okay, I might just be able to change that. It's like baby steps to doing what I want to do.
Yeah, getting the saw out is fun.
Yeah,
but it is one of those. I mean, I remember when I did the Concorde, the one that got Davey in touch with me.
Yeah.
You know, in that video, I'm like, this is where people struggle. Don't think about it. Just get the saw out and cut this off. Boom. And it was off, gone, done.
Yeah.
Because it was, well, if you think about it, you won't do it. And you know that from experience. If you sit there debating, shall I, shan't I, you're not going to do it.
Then leaving it, don't you?
And at the end of the day, it's only styrene. And if it goes wrong and you cut off too much, just glue it back on.
Let's see. Andrew's mentioned the certain car again.
Oh, Marcus.
He's trying to get people to drop into it again. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, he has.
Yep.
Marcus is fallen straight in there and got his second warning.
Yep.
Yeah, you mentioned the car, Marcus. You mentioned them
Yep. Yeah.
and you've
No.
basically said, let's go and have a look at it. And that constitutes mocking Sarah Jane, and that's warning
Yeah.
offence, that is, mate. On this occasion, I'd like to say I would offer my full support, but I can't, mate, because you may have inflamed the situation there, mate.
Yeah.
He's so under the bus.
Yeah, dear.
Poor Marcus.
It's fun when we watch other people go under the bus, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, normally it's us two.
Yeah. We're usually the first ones on the queue.
Yeah, but it's like I've said to you before, I've got A-level guilt, mate, so I wouldn't expect it any other way.
Okay, where's me special mix?
Absolutely. Oh, they actually do give you the light. Oh, I'm so tempted to put a bulb in there. I'll think about it.
Is it a clear piece or is it a...
Oh, yes, clear piece by the look of it.
Oh, nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's streaming out to, let's say, light me up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's looking it.
Link to your soundboard and put like a little siren in there as well.
Oh, yeah, I kind of want, zebra free. Yeah,
Yep.
It's got to be done, isn't it?
Of course. It'd be rude not to, mate. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do something with that headliner because there's awful ejector pin marks in there.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I could glue a bit of raggy inside it as an headliner, but raggy's reserved for decaying builds. This is going to be pretty shiny.
Yeah, that's true because raggy is a bit on the raggedy side.
Yeah, raggy is, mate. Honestly, if they was to send that off to a lab, I dread to think.
Yeah, what would be found in it?
Yeah, there's years of modelling muck and glue and all sorts of crud and
if you may have sneezed on it or anything like that, yeah.
Oh no, but there's decrepit bits of paint. I mean, I like how raggy keeps its shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stands on the end of the desk at attention.
It's surprising how many people wanted a bit of raggy, mate. It's mad.
I know, definitely. Just all that because of that.
Yeah, it's like, can I have a bit of raggy? It's like, okay. Brilliant. Oh, dear.
Should have eBayed him off.
Absolutely. Honestly, the community never fails or ceases to amaze me.
Yeah. The things they come up with, yeah.
Characters you come across are so funny. Oh, Panzer, you're so creeping today, Panzer. It's embarrassing now.
Yeah, it's that brown nose is getting bigger, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it? Sarah Jane goes, Marcus says, lesson learned. Sarah Jane goes, it isn't. It's showing the error of your ways and upholding the standards of the chat. Not easy, but someone has to do it. And then Panzer goes, I couldn't have heard it better, Sarah Jane.
Oh, he's brown nosing, isn't he? Honestly.
It makes you sick, doesn't it, Ross?
Yeah. I don't know.
Calls himself a mate. Pah.
Yeah. Well, he seems a bit what do you call them that seem to cower down to women all the time?
Yeah, he's proper.
Yeah, he's under the thumb, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, isn't he? He's got a big dent in his forehead, isn't he?
Yeah, the big red spot in the middle of his forehead.
Yeah, that's a good Panzer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Edward Leonard's in, says, evening, Ross, Colin and chat. Hello, Edward.
Good evening, Edward.
Doing, mate? Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, we're not normally in this late.
Yeah.
So normally I've been finished about half an hour ago.
Yeah. So it's the mistake you made. You invited me in, so you can't shut me up once I get going.
That's no problem, mate. It's been enjoyable so far. So
Yeah, it's
I
nice
mean,
and relaxing for you for a change, isn't it, mate?
it's one of those things where normally on a Saturday there's nobody else sort of streaming after me, other
Yes.
than I think Chrissy does a gaming stream.
Oh, right.
So I'm
Yeah.
not really. I think he does a gaming stream. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but I think it doesn't really affect me, or I don't really affect him in that way on his
Yeah.
streams, because as I said, it is gaming and mine is modelling.
Yeah.
So I don't generally mind if I do run over on a Saturday. It's on the Tuesdays, then yeah, because there's other people on.
Yeah.
That I do come off.
Yeah.
I think Tuesdays is Ross does another gaming stream as well.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
got a fourth warning for contempt, therefore reaching the target of owing Sarah Jane a cake. Oh dear, contempt.
dear.
Yeah. Dear, oh dear. Can imagine Panzer going, oh, look, Sarah Jane, well done. Well done. He deserved that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no one likes teacher's pet.
Yeah. And we've got everybody saying hi to Edward. Well, looks like, yep. And then Edward's saying hi to everybody else.
Yeah, I'll be getting my fifth warning. I know it. I can feel it. It's coming, in it. It's coming, in it.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised I haven't got any more yet.
Yeah, that's yeah, I just know she's lulling me into a false sense of security. This is why she's holding out and making me suffer, and then she's gonna let go with the trigger, isn't she? And I'll be like, damn.
Yeah.
I thoroughly deserve it. Ah, dear. All right.
I do like Vallejo paints.
Oh, mate, they're brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah.
I do love them.
Straight from bottle, straight on the kit. Bang, done.
I got a set of them Army Painters speed paints a couple of weeks back, and I must admit, they're nice. They're a nice little paint. Fifth warning for me for contempt. See, I told you. Unbelievable, isn't it, eh?
Oh, dear.
Ganging up on me, they are, Ross. You know.
It should be.
That's all right. Golden Balls ain't getting any warnings because it's his birthday. Oh, no, it's not anymore.
No, it's gone. His birthday's over and done with.
Yeah, it can't use that as an excuse now, can he?
No.
Yeah. He's a turd. That's what he is. Sick warnings about to be issued. I know it. Shall I go for it and get the stick? I've got a GT40 and you haven't. There you go.
And how much did it cost you, Colin?
Oh, mate, that's taken me up to double figures, I think. I think that's a bottle of Malibu I just cost myself there.
Yeah. It's somewhere along those lines.
Oh, I can imagine the pressure and the keys on the keyboard must have.
Yeah.
The keys must be bowed with. I'll kill him for that. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll probably end up having to owe her for a new keyboard as well. She stamps it on there. You are getting that one.
Oh, yeah. The fine I'm about to get is massive. Marcus is breathing a sigh of relief. Muse goes, uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think I've really gone above? Yeah. Sixth warning. Okay, I fully accept that. Sarah Jane.
Yep. Only one more and you are a bottle of Malibu.
Yeah, I accept the error of my ways. I'm looking down at my feet as I'm being scolded for my careless and reckless behaviour.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I am certainly in the doghouse, I think.
All
right. I've got decals to put on that. I can be doing that whilst that's drying, I think. What else then would that give me whilst that's drying?
Right, we've got 19 thumbs up. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant, mate. Well impressed. Yeah. Nice to see, mate. Nice to see. Can we make it 20? Is there one person in the chat that might have
We've still got 15 people watching.
I know. Probably to see what punishment Sarah Jane's going to give me.
Yeah, just
That's what it is.
I was just about to say that.
There we go. God, he diced with death last night on there. Cough.
Yeah, dear.
Yeah. But why ain't they doing a brunch today? Oh well, you know, Colin got heavily fined last night by Sarah Jane. He's still crying.
Yeah, he's had to go out to work to find enough money to pay for it.
Yeah.
Mrs. H turned around and said that you got the fine, you pay for it.
Absolutely, mate. You're on your own, mate. That's what she'd say. You go upsetting Sarah Jane, you take your punishment, pal.
Yeah, dear.
Yeah, right. That's the light rig. Okay.
I do have an AK set for the actual colour for the actual body on this one.
Oh, nice. So what
There's
colour?
the light grey.
So that's a chrome bit. Okay.
The only thing is, it's an airbrush paint, so
what's that?
the AK set that I've got are all airbrush paints.
Yeah.
But it just means I have to put more than one coat on, that's all.
Yeah.
This thing I might have to base it in light blue first. Yeah, so if I base it in sky blue, the grey can then go over that, and then the darker blue can go on top.
Yeah.
So it should be fine. That's good. Craig blue.
I got a 7th warning, Ross. Apparently, I owe a cake and a Malibu now.
Oh dear.
I'm not doing well tonight, am I, mate?
No, you're certainly dropping yourself in it tonight. That's one thing.
Yeah. I should have took the red pill, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Lynn says that red looks awesome. What red, my darling?
You door
What,
pans
for that? Oh yeah, that's just the kit red. That is. Yeah, I've not painted the red yet. I've got I've got to decant the red. Actually, I'll sit and do that.
What
Okay.
half of this thing then?
It's got to have a black streak through it. They've got to be edged. Colours that.
What makes me laugh when you get these old monogram kits is like they take you through step by step how to build it, but you get like pictures of how each step goes, and you get a full blown explanation as well.
Oh yeah, it's like a Haynes manual, isn't it?
Yeah, and it shows you exactly where each bit goes and where to glue that bit. And
it's what amazes me with it, how it's changed over the year. Over the years with the instructions. This is all never mind, it looked like paint. No, that's just the red kit plastic, my love. I haven't painted any red yet. This was one of those accidents, Lynn, where I left this and the flocking bottle fell over, see, and it flocked itself. Funny that, isn't it? I had that happen with the fire engine once. Okay, where did I put my other pot of red? It's around somewhere.
So it's going to be a navy blue.
Can't be far. Let's lean that over there a minute.
You're thinking that's a greyish blue, that isn't it?
There it is.
Navy one. So Space Wolves grey blue will do that quite nicely, I think.
Sounds a good idea. don't know how much paint's in there.
Or Sarah Jane saying, all that effort into designing easy instructions and men still get it wrong.
That's because we're useless,
Ooh.
Sarah Jane.
Yep.
But yeah, there's the red that it's going to be painted, Lynn. Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah. God, that, oh,
Nice.
blimey, it's potent. Yeah.
That clear your sinuses there, lad.
Cool. Yeah, it certainly did, mate. Cool. No
Morning.
self-cold. Don't take the lid off that lacquer, mate, without your yeah. Cool.
It's like,
Yeah, that,
morning.
yeah, that certainly cleared the old Cavonia.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Other sinus medications are available. God dear. Bloody hell.
Just think, have I not?
Okay, and I will.
I thought I had a
be
Space
trying-
Wolves grey blue. You've got Administrator grey there. That can go for the underside. It's a light grey.
Is it one of them paints that has been put somewhere safe?
Yeah, well, I've got to the point where I've run out of room on the rack for the.
Oh, for the Citadel paints, so therefore they're
Yeah.
now lurking. Yeah.
So I've now got oh, that looks about right. So it looks like I'm gonna have to use that intermediate blue from AK.
Nice.
I'm going to have to use a grey as a base coat, I think.
Yeah, use light grey as a base coat. I think that's what we have to do. Just give it a quick. try and something. Yeah, there we go. Right. Let's have a quick look and see what it's like. Actually, the tip hasn't. Oh. Oh. With that. Yeah, I think I like it.
Dum, 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 dum. Let's get this all ready. Might as well. Rude not to.
Ooh, yeah, that definitely looks the right colour.
Is it talking to you, mate?
Yes, it just reminds me like the old navy blue, like that greyish, darkish grey blue sort of thing.
Oh, like Admiralty blue, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a really dark one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah, that's. I think I'd probably put it on.
Leave that in its
And this is
bag
gonna-
for now. So that will remind me that needs painting.
It probably take about 2 or 3 coats. I think and that's going to cover that.
That'll be brum brum noises for that bad boy. Got to do all the decals as well, haven't I? Yeah. Did I glue that steering wheel in? I think I might have done, but that can come back off. It's not a problem.
Bit of acetone, that'll soon get it off.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, that'll be persuaded. Dun 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 dun. Where are they? Over there. Pliers of goodness. They're not for me teeth.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd clarify that, just in case anyone thought that they could ring H up and tell her that I've got me pliers out. There you go, straight out. There you go, folks.
Yeah,
If
that's
ever you need,
about right, that colour.
ever need to release a glued part, a little bit of extra thin, I'll pop it straight back out. Job done.
I think that's about the right colour for blue, I think.
Yeah, that'll do. Looks mint, mate.
Give it a couple more coats and that'll be fine.
2 thin coats.
Yep.
See what I did there. Okay, where can I put this where I won't lose it?
Yeah.
Let's put that on a clip of goodness.
Get you onto little crocodile clip.
I'll put it there for now. Actually, no, I'll put it over there. There you go. That'll then let me decal all of that. Because, yeah, it needs it. So we don't need them. Dum dum dum. Edward saying, I got up to pour a drink and my £90 bulldog laid down on my own iPad. She has a habit of getting into my spot on the bed when I get up, so I thought I'd move the iPad to my spot. Don't work. No, the dog will always win, mate, because it wants to sit where you are.
Yeah, and it's always the warmest spot when you've just got up. So
Gary used to do that to me all the time. He would look at the front door as if he had heard the door go. So, of course, Muggins here would get up to go to check the front door, and he would amble up and jump on me seat, a little git. And then I would walk in, and it was almost like it was sniggering at me, you know. It's like, yeah. So I used to go out and rustle the food bowl out. He'd come, and I'd nip back in and sit in my chair. And he'd look at me as if say, git.
arsehole.
It's like, yeah.
Who can play at that game?
Absolutely. Used to 90% of the chance win anyway. Just used to give me the puppy dog eyes, and it's like, oh, look, yeah, he knew. Turd. Right. Okay. What would be?
He's on his second English bulldog by all accounts.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yep.
Good for him, mate. They're lovely. I do miss having dogs, but I couldn't have one now. It's not fair on the animal. I wouldn't be able to walk it or anything, would I? You know what I mean? It's just not right.
Yeah.
You know, so as much as I love me dogs, it's only fair on the pooch, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've only got one left now,
Yeah.
sadly. We used to have 3. I think the most we've ever had at one time was 23.
Yeah.
And that was when we kept getting people tying them up to the door handle
Yeah.
and abandoning them.
Yeah, that's a thing again now that the pandemic lockdowns.
Yeah, it's amazing how many bloody
yeah.
animals are going to get abandoned.
And it is a shame.
Yeah. It's people like that, though. They deserve to be shot.
I
Because that's
don't
what they-
know how someone can do it. I really
No.
don't. I mean, how you can sit there and love a dog. And
Yeah,
then
one day.
you go out one day, you tie it to a set of railings, you get in your car and you drive off and leave it there. I
Yeah.
just don't understand how you can do that. I thought, yeah, you know,
It's very, very sad.
it is.
I mean, the dog we've got now, he's a rescue from Romania.
Oh, right.
And he originally was a foster dog.
Yeah.
And we found him a new home. And the next thing we know, the people that had fostered him paid for him and everything, turned around and said, oh, we can't cope with him. You have to have him back.
Yeah.
Didn't even give him a chance, really. Less than 24 hours.
Wow.
And I sort of like politely said to him, like, well, how can you sort of like make that judgment in less than 24 hours? Oh, we peed on the carpet.
Well, what do you expect? The dog's nervous. The dog's in the strange home.
Yeah.
You know, it's not in the kennels that it's used to. It's in the strange home. It doesn't know what's happening. And it's nervous. It's going to piss itself.
Yeah. It's also a way for them to mark the territory because he was a stray dog.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, duh.
I mean, we've here now because when like the wife made the decision to keep him, and that sort of put us up to 3 dogs, and that's why we stopped fostering.
Yeah,
because 2 dogs, yeah, 3, no, any more than that. mean, if I had my way, I'd have about 30, 40 dogs again. I love them. But the wife wants cats.
Yeah, you'd need to be in a bloody farm, wouldn't you, now to have a lot
Yeah.
of dogs? It's only because it just gives them that freedom, doesn't it? You know, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's where you can just open the door and say, "Go on, bugger off."
and off they go, you know, and
Definitely like the look of this blue.
yeah, you don't. Like I say, people just seem to be very flippant now, don't they, with dogs?
Yeah, well, any animal really. I mean, the cats. Okay, cats are not so much, but you do get the cats being abandoned.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, there's a friend of mine. She has a sanctuary for cats and dogs.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's at one point. I think she had about 53 cats in her
Cool. Wow.
on her farm. She's another one of the ladies that I go and do a lot of work for. And it's one of my regular customers for work. And yeah, she's really lovely lady.
Yeah, it's a lot of dogs, mate, isn't it?
Mm,
A lot of cats and dogs, but like I say, if they've got places to roam and
yeah,
be free, it works a treat. But you know, it's when you hear of people with 50 or 60 cats or dogs in a one bed flat. It's like,
Yeah.
well, what was they thinking? Especially
And
like
then
say, 15 floors up. Yeah,
yeah, there's no way for him to go out or anything. Yeah.
yeah. I just think it's cruel.
I mean, yeah, our cat, he's a Bengal cross Mancoon.
Oh right, yeah, that's what's his name? Quite a rarity, isn't it?
Yeah. And he's a house cat.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons for that is because around our area, they'll just nick him.
Yeah, we've got a problem round here with dog napping at the moment.
Yeah, well, we've had that here, but not as bad as most other places, if you know what I mean.
No, it's organised here. They get to suss where people are walking the dogs. They target the breed that they're after.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's, dog gangs or dog squads or whatever, and they go around, they break into the house, they nick the dog, everything that goes with it, and it's mad. It's like, really? People have had the dog in the garden, taken a whiz, and they go out and and the gate's just clicking shut. Well, someone, they've been that quick that they've got in, grabbed the dog, and off they go. And it's bizarre, mate.
Yeah.
But it's a thing now. And yeah, it's weird. I mean, we used to have years ago when I lived up in London, there was an underground sort of dog fighting type scene, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
people's dogs would go because of that, and you sit there and you're like, really? Come on, But when all the redevelopment happened in the docks in the sort of mid-90s, that all died out and disappeared, and
yeah,
rightly so, because it's not, it's cruel at the end of the day. And
well, yeah, I mean, most of the dogs they're used as training dogs, aren't they? The younger ones, for the blood dogs. So
yeah, it's not pleasant, is it, mate?
Oh hell no! It's one of the sports that I'm glad they did ban.
Yes, it went quite quickly and all, and rightly so.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably still some of it going on somewhere.
Oh hell yeah!
It's not as rife as it once was, and
no,
dare I say,
then it don't want to be really. I mean,
oh yeah, it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth even talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of them things that yes, it is part of our history.
Yeah.
And these things did happen in the past, but there's times when the dog is now classed more as a family member.
Oh yeah,
The pet. So it's gone past that point of where it was classed as a pet and a working dog. It's now they're treated like as their kids of the family.
well, they become a part of the family, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
We have become a nation of animal lovers, but then you get the odd ones that give
yeah, you
it a
know,
bad
I
name,
mean,
if you know what I mean.
you get a dog, it becomes a family member, doesn't it? It's a companion. And they've all got their own character at the end of the day. And like I say, you know, some you can look back and go, God, that dog's bloody mad, you know, but yeah, you could look back at and have fond memories of them and some of the silliness today. I mean, my bulldog Gary was the laziest bloody thing you could imagine, right? We bought it a treadmill because it didn't like going out for a walk. You'd say to him, "Oh, walk," and get the lead out, and he'd feign that he was asleep. You know, to the point the tongue would come out, flunk, you know, and it's like, I know you're awake, you little git. So you'd hang the lead up, he'd spring back into life, you know, and it's like, so we bought it a treadmill, and it would do a few steps, and then it would just plonk its ass down and slide to the end and just
fall off, yeah.
But it would sit on its bum with its back legs out, leant back in the chair with its front legs up like a person, sort of just dangling. And you'd say to him, "What do you want to watch on the telly?" So you'd start changing channel, and it'd be ruff, ruff. And then all of a sudden, when it was something he wanted, it was, you know what I mean? And it's like, the dog rolled the house, mate, you know?
Yeah, dear.
But, oh, mate, it was an absolute nightmare. It was. My mate, you know, used to come around and said, "What's with the treadmill? Go, you watch this." You know, the dog would have a walk on it for a couple of steps. It won't go out. It won't walk anywhere. Bloody thing.
Yeah.
But he was a character, you know, and used to have a laugh about it, you know. But God help anyone who stuck their hand through the letterbox, mate. He was like, oh, it soon moved in.
But I mean, it's like my dogs, Benji and Ben. Now, sorry, Ben and Jack, sorry, were my two, and then Benji was the wife's dog.
Yeah.
Now, Benji looked more like a police dog than anything because he was a big, fluffy, soft as shit, like, but he looked the part. And if you were standing on the opposite side of the door, and he used to run up if you knocked on it, and he'd plant his two front feet against the door, but he'd come at such a speed. All you heard was just like, boom, big old thud as it hit the door.
Oh, bless him.
Anybody on the other side of the door would shit themselves. And I don't mean they would shit themselves. But then there's my two dogs, which were both working dogs.
Yeah.
And they used to run sheep, and they'd work as gun dogs.
Yeah.
So I had a Springer Cross Collie and a Collie Cross Alsatian, and so sorry, Collie Cross Black Lab.
Oh right,
so they were both made good working dogs. Mm-hmm. And the Springer Cross Collie was Jack, the Springer Black Lab, was the dad of the Springer Cross Collie.
Oh right, yeah.
So it's sort of like a bit of Heinz but they both made good working dogs.
Absolutely. Sound it.
And every time I used to go and stay on my mate's farm, we used to take dogs with us, and then we used to run them and about mate round the sheep up and everything.
Oh right, yeah.
And I'll give little Ben his due. He may have had the smallest legs there, but Christ, he could shift.
Christ, could he shift? Yeah. Oh,
bless. Yeah. And first day I ever took him with sheep, he worked his little socks off, did dog, until right to the end where he got a bit overexcited and ran headlong into a chain, like the wire fences.
Oh, the chain link fences, yeah.
Well, it's like the chicken wire fence ones. He ran into one of them, full chat.
Oh.
And he must have ejected himself 6 foot backwards.
Oh, bless him.
Out of it. Springboard. But I mean, even the farmer is a good mate of mine, just turned and said, like,
he's worked all right, hasn't he? I said, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like Jack, he's the old boy. And he sort of like saunters round, looks at Ben laying like sprawled out on the floor, tongue hanging out, right happy look on his face. And as if so, like Jack sort of walks up to him, sniffs him as if so, like, you prick. And then just saunters off back to 10. It was funny.
Oh yeah, they're characters though, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
They say dogs don't have personalities. I would argue with that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do.
No, I think that's what
Everyone
it
you
was
have
like,
over
otherwise.
your life, they've all got different characters.
There we go. Oh, that's dead.
Uh,
Let's put a bit. Maybe.
And like you say, you know, you see them in the street, don't you? You can tell, you know, they're a good, friendly dog. And, you know, you sort of say to people, yeah, it's a good dog you got there, mate. That's going to be loyal, that one. Because you could just tell, can't you, by their demeanour.
There you go, Cole. What do you think of that colour then?
Yeah, I like that, mate. It's nice. Do the
Second
job,
World War
wouldn't it?
Navy colour.
Yeah,
Yep.
do the job.
Do you think we've ignored chat again for a bit?
Yeah, we might want to do a bit of chat, Dolly. I'll just
You've got
finish
Edward
painting
saying,
this.
Panzer Cat, I went to turn on my light off in the cave and the switch doesn't work as good as it used to. You have to push it a couple of times, but couldn't stop thinking about what Marcus would do to it. Poor
Yeah,
Mark.
that's
Not.
probably why it's not working properly. You sure Marcus
Yeah.
hasn't been there whilst you've not been looking and
He's
gave it
snuck
a bit
in.
of a slab?
Oh, we've got Candygram from Mongo just joining us, saying,
Hello,
hi,
Jeff.
Ross, Fester, Lynn, Edward, Marcus, Panzer. Hope you've had a nice birthday.
Hello, Jeff. How you doing, mate?
Don't
Always
pander
nice
to-
to see you in.
Yeah, we're not pandering to Panzer.
No, he's
Oh,
been
we've
a
got
very
21
naughty
thumbs
boy.
up.
Sorry, mate.
We've got 21 thumbs up so far.
Oh, brilliant. Well done. Thank
Yeah.
you to everyone that's done that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Much
Made-
appreciated.
Made Ross's night.
Yep. And it's been a good night so far, I think. And
Well, you seemed very relaxed, which is nice. My job is done.
yeah, it's been good to have somebody on where you can actually chat. And well, we've basically been on an extra hour so far.
Yeah. This is what I said to you before. This is why I don't enjoy doing streams on my own, because you know what I'm like. I don't shut up, you know, but
And
it's only nerves, you know, it's only because I'm nervous that I talk a lot. But when you're doing a live stream on your own, it is difficult because you're not
Yeah.
able to see the person you're talking to, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
And
it's
although
like the
we're
first
only
time
looking
you
at benches, it's like we're both in the same room, isn't it? You know?
I mean, it's like you and me the first time we did that stream on Fox's show.
Yes.
We sort of like the banter sort of came straight away, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, because we're both 12 and a half at the end of the day.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And yeah, I just like to spark off of people and be able to see someone at the end of the screen that I'm talking to, and it makes such a difference. You've probably found that tonight, even though we're just looking at hands, because you look at the camera and there is someone else at the end of it.
Yeah,
It's almost like you're both sat in the same room working on opposing benches, you know? It's weird.
I mean, it's been a good time. I mean, it's nice to see that we've still got 17 people watching. So
absolutely, and they've got to put up with me again later on because I've got 2 streams.
I mean, it's like I think it's now probably 5 hours I've done streaming so far today.
Yeah.
So
it's
not
like
too bad.
anything. You know, I've said to James that I shall go on and do a stream with him because, you know, like I said to you both, you know, I'm more than happy to do it. And
yes.
You know, unfortunately for me, 9 times out of 10 when James is streaming, it's Fester's not long and been in bed, but I'll make a point of staying up one Monday so that I can fulfill my promise to James, because it's only fair, you know. I did say I'd go on and do some Lego with him, so I shall dig out me Lego and I'll go on and keep him company for a stream, because it's just nice to give your mates a boost, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's like I said, when I sort of jumped on with Spruangler and helped him out of it.
Yes,
Yeah, it was good to have a bit of banter with him. And it was good to
course it
see him
is.
sort of like coming back round a bit because he, as you know, he was down a bit, weren't he? So that's one of those.
Yeah,
Ones
it's
that,
like anything, real life and mojo and all of that. But we do try our best to try and help each other out. And before I went in for me op, this was muted, wasn't it? This idea, and
yeah,
with real life getting in the way, I kind of haven't
Yeah,
been
I mean-
able to do it. But
these things happen, mate. There's nothing
Oh,
we can
yeah.
do about it.
like I
It's
say,
just in
I
my
made you a promise, and I lived up to it. It's
Yeah,
one of them, isn't it? You like to help your mates out.
yeah. I mean, it's you can't be everywhere, mate. You can
I
only do
know.
so much.
I know, but it's like anything.
Have you got that
I'm
brush
mindful.
cleaner out?
Yeah, I have, mate.
No
This-
pre-warnings, and you just pull the brush cleaner out.
Yeah, it's because I'm stood up.
How
see.
rude!
I've voluntarily stood up because I've got slightly puffy, swollen, reddy, purpley feet at the moment. I thought I better stand up for a bit again.
It looks like poor old Marcus is in for some stick at the moment.
Oh, is he?
You've got you got Marcus Brun saying, "Good to see you, friendly face, Candy." And then Candy, be advised, Pans has gone to Candy. Be advised, Mark is a domestic lamp abuser. Candy's gone likewise, Marcus, and then Marcus has put Panzer Y. And Candy Graham's gone, oh dear.
Yeah,
And then Lynn's jumped on it and said, I also saw Marcus chasing a wild lamp.
yeah. Marcus is probably
dear.
sitting there going, these people won't let it go, Of course we won't.
Nope.
We've all got lamps in our man caves
Yep.
and lady caves, and
Yep.
we all sit there, and mine's got stickers all over it, but it's got no dents in it. So to see the lamp abuse that you issued out, it's like, what the lamp's fault? If you had made your sacrifice to the carpet monster like a good little boy,
Yep. You
This
wouldn't have had any of
wouldn't
these
have
problems.
you
Nope.
only have yourself to blame, Marcus.
Oh, dear me.
God, could you imagine the names he's calling me?
And then you got Lynn's gone 2 toilet rolls. Here you go to wipe your tears, Marcus.
Oh,
Brutal. Brutal.
there's going to be a new
dear.
Royal Society now, isn't there? The Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Marcus.
The lamps, yeah. Oh dear me.
Bless him.
I've just looked at the TV and it just so happens to have Chuck Norris on it.
Oh, really? Oh, dear.
God almighty.
God, he's got to be getting on now. He's got to be, what, 82, 83 now, I would have thought, Chuck Norris?
Yeah, I would have thought so. I think the
I'd
last
still-
film he made was Expendables 3 or something like that, weren't it?
Yeah, I still wouldn't argue with him, though, would you?
Hell no.
I'll be like, hello, Chuck,
that-
you're right, my old mate. Yeah, it was Panzer that said it, that bloke over there.
Yeah.
Oh, the one with the model kits. Yeah, Sarah Jane's, mate. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, all right. Off he'd go. And then he'd come back looking downtrodden. Oh, I've got a Malibu, fine. Come on, Chuck. Come and tell me all about it. And I've got a warning. His head would be on my shoulder. He'd be sobbing.
Oh dear. Oh,
Oh,
things we do to keep happy lives, eh?
cool. Bloody hell, yeah. Absolutely, mate. Marcus is going abuse. Chuck can't stand all this abuse. Oh, poor Marcus. All joking aside, you couldn't wish to meet a nicer bloke than Marcus.
No,
And he
couldn't.
does take all the banter on the chin like a good sport. So
Oh yeah, and he
props to
he
him.
does like giving it as well. So
Oh yeah, I certainly
that's
wouldn't
the
want
good
to
thing about it.
write.
He joined from day one. He has joined in.
Yeah, I wouldn't
And
want to
he's-
write hook from him though, because I've seen the state of his lamp.
Yeah, that's true.
Panzer says he had the gumption to pet his lamp on camera in the hangout tonight. His grin was very forced. That's what he's doing. He's lulling his light into a false sense of security, mate. He probably keeps the light in a cage in the dark on its own, bound and gagged in the corner of his man cave. But no, he's good. He's a good sport.
Me. Where do we get these things in our head?
Because we're 12 and a half children and we're sat in the man cave on our own, and bless.
Oh dear. Just a little engine done.
Oh, you're doing well there, mate.
Well, I just got the front of the engine done like that before I do the body work on it.
Oh, nice one. Looking good, mate. Looking good.
Yeah. Got the little radio and everything. Well.
Edward Leonard says, in the dark, unplugged. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
with a little bit of duct tape across the front of it.
Yeah.
And he walks out one peep out of you and you'll get it.
Now you're going to take us through what you've got done tonight then, Cole?
Yeah, I've done a bit of engine detail, bit of prop shaft detail on the gearbox underneath, bit of detail on there. Not too worried about the underside because that's going to get weathered up, so ignore any brush strokes. Flat blacked the interior, ready for decaling, and I've buffed up the body shell to key it ready for primer. And then when I take it out the bag, that will be tack ragged, primed, and 2K cleared. 2K red, mate. So yeah.
Oh, I managed to get it. Hey, there you go. You've got me on full screen so you can actually show that a bit better.
Yeah. So yeah, bit of that. Bit of the gearbox and engine.
Looking good.
Bit of wheelage. And then obviously that's been flatted.
And you bagged it. Flattened and bagged.
Yeah, I tend to bag me shells up until I'm ready to tack rag them. See, and then it gets tack ragged, the primer goes down, and then it goes. I use, the Tupperware cake tubs.
Yeah.
I use one of them, and this unit will stand in there with this on whilst it cures, stops any dust getting on.
Right. Yeah, well, yeah, it does.
And then when I put the lacquer down, that'll then do the same. And then obviously when the 2K goes down, so that's what I tend to do, mate. But it will stay in that bag until I'm ready to take it out and start painting, because and I just keep 2 of these bags out of the kit, and it's perfect for the body shells.
Yeah. I mean, most of the shells in modern kits nowadays come with their own bags, don't they? So
yeah.
So you might just keep that one.
Yeah, if I'm doing a motorcycle, it goes in the drawer, the little skinny drawer on a rag, see, and that it will sit in there, and I'll just slide the drawer in, and it dries in there out the way. But obviously, body shell's been a bit higher. I use the old Tupperware cake tub, and it's perfect for it, mate.
Well,
so yeah, next time you see that body shell, that should have its paint on there. So.
Well, that's good. Okay.
Keep an eye out for that. I'll try and get that done sometime during the week.
Yep.
What have you been doing, mate? You go and pop yourself full screen there, Ross.
There we go. So I have got the 2 halves of the plane with their first coat of the grey blue, because I just wanted to see what it looked like.
Yeah.
And I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, looking mint, mate.
And it's not bad for brush painting, is it?
Exactly. Mate.
Can't see any brush marks in there, which is what I wanted.
That's
one of the reasons why. The one thing I do like about using airbrush paints when it comes to actually brush paint, because it's thinned down enough.
Yeah.
And if you just lay it over with a wide brush, you don't get the brush marks, so you get nice clear finish like that. So it lays nice and flat. So we've decided that we're gonna have a little dude with his hand up in the air, giving the thumbs up, and he's got his little boss's hat.
Yeah, he looks a bit better, doesn't he?
And I've got a seat from a more modern plane, but I'll sort of like fettle it down and make this piece rounder.
It will be suitably modified and adjusted to fit.
Yep. So he just basically makes him look sitting a bit higher.
Yeah.
In the
sort of area.
Yeah.
With the seat back in like that.
Yeah,
The back,
makes
the
him
metal
look a
plate
bit
back.
more. Makes him look a bit more prominent, mate, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just gives him a bit more of an office, if you know what I mean, for
Hmm.
that. And then I've got the other dude, for which I'm going to use as a gunner, which is basically this little fella.
Oh, nice.
So it's a lot clearer and he's a lot more chunkier than the one that was in the kit.
Happy
But yet
days.
these are actually monogram figures as well, because these
Oh,
are from
right,
the
yeah.
monogram B25 that I did.
And this is it, folks. Keep hold of all your greebles like we do,
Oh,
because these little figures that you may not use in some kits, you may end up using in others. So it always pays to keep them. Look at
Yeah, I've
that.
got the wingtips done. Well,
Yeah.
they're actually first coated. Then ones.
So you haven't been winging it then?
No, not so much tonight yet. So I've got the inside of the actual doors done, wheels
Yeah.
are done, and my little engine.
That's coming.
It's
Have you
basically
made? You can't make engine noises yet until the.
No, he's not got his propeller on yet.
Yeah, once the
got to be done
prop's
yet.
on, you can do
Yep.
clatter, 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 brum, brum, can't you?
Certainly can.
Oh, I
So
look forward to
yeah,
that.
and that's basically where I've got to tonight.
Brilliant.
So
Brilliant.
yeah, it's been a good little session, really.
It's done well. 21 thumbs up. Massive appreciation for that. You've really made Ross's night there, folks, by doing that.
Yep.
It's sharing the
very,
love.
very,
It
very,
means,
very much appreciated.
means
And
a
I'm gonna
lot
go
to you,
back
mate.
Yep. So we'll just go back up to face cam.
Oh,
there we
is
go.
that what we're doing? We're going on to face cam, are we, boss?
I think so. As well, we might as well sort of
No
like
worries, I
wrap up
can do
now
that.
because we've been going 2.5 hours nearly. Time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Let's turn me lights off.
Scary picture.
Hello, folks. Yeah.
Yeah, so turn that one off a bit. There we go. So yeah, it's very much appreciated that you come along, Colin.
Thanks
Maybe
for
do
having
it.
me on, mate. It's been my pleasure,
You're
mate,
welcome.
to spend a bit of time with you. You know, we spoke about this many months ago, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's just nice to
And-
share the love a bit, mate. You know, because you've always been supportive of me and what I do. The least I can do is return the favour, mate.
I try to help where I can. It's okay. I might occasionally send you some dodgy stuff to put you into a bit of a teaser.
Yeah. I haven't forgotten, Turd.
Yeah, because I know somebody's got a little biplane to do, yeah, haven't they?
I've got a biplane to do that you sent me, and someone else sent me a tank with individual track links. So, yeah. But, that's all right. I'm building motorbikes at the moment.
By the
because-
way, there might be something else coming to you in your next box as well.
Oh dear.
And when you've both received them, you and Dave, because Dave's got his extra surprise and his biplane coming to him.
Oh.
So you're both going to have the same challenge.
Oh dear.
And I'm going to set it for you both to do. So just to see what you can do with it.
Oh dear. I dread to think.
It's something that you got to turn into something else.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
So you can have fun and just let your imagination run riot.
Yeah. Lynn Dipple says, great show, guys, and no lamps were armed in the making of this show. No, look, my little
No,
lamp.
they weren't. They were all safe and sound, as you can see. They got
Hey, look,
they're looked after here.
I look after my lamp. Hello,
Yeah,
darling.
we look after our lamps. They're all looked after nicely.
Not
We
a
dust
dent,
them, we polish them.
not a dent anywhere.
No.
Unlike Marcus's lamp.
Yeah, no. Marcus has put no lamps were harmed.
Bless you.
And you got Cora Pink saying that's a very enjoyable show tonight. Oh, thank you very much, love.
Thanks a lot. You know, it's been a pleasure, you know, and it's without the folks in the chat that come and join us on these shows and make it possible by talking with Ross and myself, without you guys and girls sort of bantering us, we wouldn't have the momentum to keep going. So big thank
that's why
you
we've
to all
kept
of you
going.
as well.
People have been going here.
Yeah.
And we've managed to keep going because they have kept us going.
Absolutely. So a massive thanks and huggage to
Big
everyone.
thanks. And, yay. Thumbs up to
Comes
all
in
of you.
and keeps us company.
Yep, much appreciated. And yeah. So much appreciated. So I think we'll call it a night there then, Cole. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Not a problem, mate.
So all I can say is thank you very much, everybody, for coming in. Thank you again, for Colin, for joining us. And yes, hope to see you all on Tuesday, where I will be doing my Warhammer build, where I'll be doing the Talons from the Chaos Space Marines. So once again, thanks again for joining me. Stay safe, happy modelling, and bye-bye for now.
Ta-ra, folks. Stay safe.